What's up, everybody? Happy New Year. Happy 2020, new decade. Welcome to the Fuego and Sonrisa podcast. My name is Señor Smiley.
And I'm Fuego Soul. So I hope everybody's had a good New Year's. I hope you guys had a great festivities. Have fun over the whole end of the year. It's a new decade. You know, year 2020. I feel like this is a very pivotal year, and whatever goal you want to achieve or feel like is necessary for you to feel happiness or find success. And we're just starting, so we have a whole decade of crazy memories to make, people to meet, interactions to have, goals to have, finish them, and just ways to like be happy. And I feel like for today, I feel like finding ways to keep that motivation, because if you think about it, 10 years is like a long time, and the more you think about a decade and you're not really focusing on every day or every week, it could become something big where you might lose that motivation, where you might want to give up on whatever it is that you're dreaming. So I'm hoping in this podcast, you know, of course we're gonna have some fun like always.
Hell yeah.
But you know, come with some tips, come up with some ideas to help you guys and ourselves as well, because we also have goals for this podcast and future projects that we're working on. And I feel like if we can just help each other out and keep that motivation going, I think we should be good.
Yeah, we're curious to know, like, we want to have feedback. So, like, if you have any ideas of things that we can talk about, let us know down in the comments. Always, you know, rate, review, subscribe, please. We want to be able to give you guys quality content, quality content more than quantity. So we want to give you guys stuff that will help you in your lives. If you have any ideas, we always want to, you know, we're always open-minded to things. So just let us know.
Yeah, definitely. And if anybody wants to hop on the podcast, want to join us, have fun with us.
Hell yeah.
Speak like whatever's on your mind. We're also like there as well. We're open and we're willing to have anybody just come and talk about their lives, experiences, anything they have. So yeah, we're just very grateful for you guys, very grateful for listening and shouting us out and just being there for us, because we enjoy this as much as we hope you guys enjoy it too.
Yeah, this is one of the few things I look forward to every week. Not to say I don't look forward to other things, but this is like my favorite thing to do by far, because I get to spend time with my Fuego Soul right here, and who I've known for hella long. So it just gets a chance for us to catch up. It's a chance for us to talk about something interesting. So you know, plus if you come on the podcast, who knows, maybe you can bring some value to other people that may need it.
Yeah, because like, we all think differently, we all have different values, we all have different ways we interpret things. So the way I see certain things, or the way Mr. Smiley sees certain things, could be totally different to how one of you guys see it. And maybe the way you see it might relate to somebody else that don't see it the way we do. So that would be very appreciative as well. Like, just to have somebody to come speak about what they feel or what they think. It'd be a really cool experience, honestly.
Yeah.
So for this, we were having this conversation earlier, and it was I just realized what the word idle time meant. Like, I've heard it in a Nipsey Hussle rap before, and you know, I heard it and I was like, cool. And I mean, just to paraphrase it, because I don't exactly remember how it goes, but it's more like on your mission to whatever you want to achieve, your worst enemy could be idle time. And you know, for me, I was like, oh, that sounds cool, because you know, rest in peace Nipsey Hussle, but he sounds cool how he says it. But I always in my mind was always like trying to figure out what it meant, and then magically it just happened. It just showed up on a YouTube ad, Elevate. You know what I'm saying? We're not sponsored by them or anything, but it's a cool one. I've used the app personally, and I really think, honestly, it's really cool. It helped me learn about percentages a lot.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
What is Elevate? For the people that don't know what Elevate is, I don't even know what Elevate is. What is it?
So what Elevate is, it's like it's pretty much like a game, but they have like reading comprehension games. They have math. They have like reading comprehension, math. I think they have some spelling.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they have a lot of brain games.
Yeah.
So
is it free or?
Yeah, it's free, and then if you want to get more accelerated courses or harder courses, then you pay for those ones.
Oh.
But even just the basic ones, they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like second grade math or reading comprehension or anything, you know? So there's actually some where, like, they give you, like, a certain amount of time to read whatever the passage they ask you to read, and then you have to remember it exactly, or you have to figure out what word was wrong or misspelled. Like, they do little tricks in different games, depending, because you do rise up, like, in ranks.
Yeah.
So the games get a little bit harder, but you don't get, like, the very hard ones. But regardless, like, it's really fun.
It's interesting.
So...
Both for Android and iPhone, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Android, iPhone. So, yeah, they were, like, talking about it. They were like, oh, yeah, when you have idle time, play Elevate. And it just hit me in that moment. I was like, oh, he means free time. So I felt smart at that moment.
2 + 2 is 4.
And it just got me to thinking, like, yeah, it's true. Like, a lot of goals that I have set, the moment I have a lot of free time, I normally dwell back into old habits that I have, which is like, probably listen to the same song 30 times, watching reruns of like of shows or movies. Like, even though I have already watched these, I already know how they are, I still rewatch it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's entertaining, and I'm not saying you have to like put all your effort in, like to work. I mean, you can, but it's not a like necessity. But I just feel like the moment I have free time, I just do the same thing over and over and over. Yeah. But in the back of my mind, I have these goals that I know I want to achieve, and I'm like, instead of stepping forward, I'm like crawling there.
Yeah. Which
is ruining everything. So.
Yeah, like I said, I've heard something similar. I don't know who said it or but I heard where they said idle time is the devil's playground, and that was always stuck to me. Like.
That's crazy.
I think that's a really good quote. Like, cause sometimes when we have so much free time, our mind will start playing tricks on us. Like, don't worry about it. You have look at all this time you have. What are you doing? Like, just chill. You work so hard. Like I don't know what. Maybe you can call it negative self-talk. I don't know what it is. Laziness. I really don't know what it is. But you'll start to fucking second guess. Like. You'll start to be like, well, you can do this. You start making excuses and like, I don't know. It happens to me sometimes, but I have to kind of like break that, get out of that fucking negative self-talk. Like, fuck this, and I'm just gonna do like I said I was gonna do, because it's so easy to fall back into that old bad habit of just watching Netflix or just doing shit that doesn't go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Hell yeah.
Bad habits die hard. Those neurons are like strong connections, so I gotta break it.
Yeah, they're like super glued.
Yeah.
They don't even want to like break apart.
Yeah. So I'm like, fuck that. Like, I want to change. Like, I don't really necessarily believe in New Year's resolution because they're very vague. I believe more like in like goal setting and like being very specific and trying to achieve those goals. Like, for example, I got myself into a little bit of financial debt. And I have a goal to erase 90% of that debt by the end of the year.
Hell yeah.
And so I'm going to do whatever it takes, get extra shifts in a job, do whatever it takes, and keep that in my mind that by the end of the year, this is going to be what I want to achieve. Versus I'm going to want to, like, some people make resolutions like, oh, I want to be healthy. Yeah, what does that mean? Like, healthy. What does healthy mean to you? You're healthy and my definition of healthy are two different definitions. So the more narrow you go, you know what I'm saying? Like some guy who's 250 pounds and doesn't really know, like, go to the, can barely walk, his definition of healthy, maybe just walk 10 minutes around the block. And somebody who's already, slightly fit, maybe their definition of healthy is to, find a diet that works for them. So the more narrow and specific you can be in your goals, and you set like timelines, deadlines for yourself, the better, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, you're hella right. Because a lot of goals that I like wanted to achieve or anything like that.
Yeah.
I always felt like if they weren't so narrow, so specific, I never would do them.
Yeah.
Or I would just be like running in circles trying to figure out what I was doing wrong instead of like focusing like, okay, I don't know, I wanted to get in better shape. Then it's like, okay, what do I need to eat? How much do I need to eat?
What does better mean to you?
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
yeah, like how much pounds do I want to gain?
Yeah,
because I'm like super thin, so I want to gain more weight with, you know, well, in my way, like the healthier way, which is like finding out what foods are good, what foods are gonna stay in my system, or anything like
finding the right diet for you, because everybody's body is different, you know. So a diet that works for you may work for you, but may not work for me, because even though we're both human, you may be, you know, allergic to something, or I may not, you know, I can't digest something very well, or you might have a fast metabolism and I have a slow metabolism, you know. So everybody's like biology, even though we're generically the same in a lot of ways, we're also very different in a lot of ways. You know, genetically we're like pretty much brothers and sisters, but that 1% or 2% of genetic difference can mean, you know, a whole host of different things.
Yeah. No, you're hella right. Not seriously.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not seriously.
Like, there's these people that are like, they're like, yeah, this diet is the best, blah blah blah. Like, fuck you, dude. That's just good for you. Maybe for you it's the best ever. Maybe it's the holy grail for you. But to that person, maybe it's the worst diet for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's when you become dogmatic in your ways is where it becomes a problem.
But what do you mean by that? What do you mean
Dogmatic is like where you start to like try to go out there and force people to believe something that you believe. And only hear what you want to hear and only believe, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of thing.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and not be open-minded, kind of being stubborn. That's what dogmatism is.
Oh, man. Yeah, that wouldn't help anybody. Not really. You couldn't even grow as a person like that.
Yeah.
Like, nah. But now you're hella right with the whole diet. Well, basically, what you just said. But man.
What's been on your mind lately?
I don't know. Lately, it's been more like, I don't know. I guess it just depends on the topic. I think about a lot.
Whatever. What's the first? Okay, let me say this. What's the first thing that's been on your mind now that there's been a new decade? You know, like what's been like kind of lingering? For
me, I guess like what's really been on my mind is kind of just the whole like knowing that it's a whole new decade.
Yeah.
You know, knowing that, doing a lot of self-reflection, but not negative talking or being down on myself or nothing like that. It's actually like really doing the work. Just with the whole decade coming in and everything, like I feel very inspired to like know what I've done 10 years from now. Like for me, that it just means a lot. Like,
yeah.
I never thought about it because I was way younger when 2010 came. Even the 2000s, you know, we were like little kids. You know,
that's crazy, dude.
So, for the fans out there, you know, saying we're 27, almost 28 this year.
Dude, it goes by so fast. It's so crazy. You don't think people like when you're 18 and older people tell you life goes by so fast, kid. Like you think to yourself, dude, you're like hella old. Like, what are you talking about? I'm 18. Like, let me just do what I want. Like, you think you know, as a teenager, you think you know it all.
Yeah.
And then as you start to like progress in life, you start to realize, holy shit, that guy was right. That wise man was exactly right. Like, time does go by fast.
For real.
It goes by hella fast, dude.
Man.
I met with an old friend of mine. And hopefully I can bring him on the podcast. But yeah, we were just talking about like when I was driving through Mount. So we went to go meet up downtown in Concord, Los Santos. I drove by Mount, and you remember? I don't know if you remember, but in 2000, like when we like graduated around that time, there was like a graffiti like next to the music building.
Yeah.
It was like kind of like our signature of our decade. And I went by it just to see Mount or whatever. And I was like, no, they got rid of it.
They did?
Yeah, they got rid of it. They painted over it.
Well, what is it now?
It's just nothing.
Clear wall?
Just empty space.
For real?
Yeah. Cause you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
it was like
on
the music
building.
building.
It had everything.
Yeah, it was hella sick. But I don't know. I guess somebody didn't like it. Man. Fucking principles.
Man. Damn.
Yeah, I know. I went by there today just to double check too, because you only have like 2 seconds to check when you're driving, because you gotta focus on the road in front of you. But I just looked real quick. I'm like, no, because that was like our signature. But I'll never forget it. You know?
Yeah. It's crazy. 10 years ago, graduating high school.
Yeah, dude.
10 years later.
10 years. God. I wonder if we're gonna have a reunion. Or does somebody have to set that up? How does that work?
I'm not sure, but I feel like, I think it's a collaborative effort on everybody's part. I feel like everybody needs to get together, whoever really wants to make it happen.
Yeah.
And then, break it down to like cost, location, who you're gonna invite. Yeah. It's
interesting.
I think it's like setting up a party.
Like event planning type shit.
But it's like, but the question is, who really would want to do that, number one, and number two, would you want to do it?
I always ask myself that too.
It just depends.
Because I partially want to do it just to see where everybody's at. Not like, oh, I'm better than you or I'm worse than you. Yeah. I just want to see like how people progress, like from when they were kids. Because I think when we were 18, we're still kids. Yeah. To now, just to see like what kind of job. Because I'm very interested in people. Yeah. I'm very interested to learn how people grow, just to see where how their life progressed to where they are now.
Even their stories, I bet they're crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Like what they experience, or they like. Since I've never gone out the country,
I
always like hearing people talk about other countries because it's good to hear. Like, how's the culture? How's the water? How's the food? Like even that little detail, it's interesting. It's
funny that you're talking about outside the country. That kind of brings me up to like, in somewhere in Hayward, I think there's like a taco place that actually sells tacos with crickets in it.
What?
And I always wanted to try it. Yeah. My brother was talking to me and the family about it like during Christmas or New Year's rather. And he said that there's like a place in Hayward where they'll sell like tacos but with crickets in it. In other countries they do that because crickets are like they're like they just you put them in a jar and they'll multiply like crazy.
I was like an abundance of them.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Because they're easy to grow. They're easy to to maintain. There's no maintenance. There's hardly any maintenance, and you can kill them and fry them and everything.
Crickets?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Crickets as meat,
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm so used to meat being soft, so I'm just kind of concerned that every time I hear a crunch, I'm gonna think of a cricket. Yeah. This is crunchy. Yeah. It's gonna be fried and shit. I guess if I put guacamole and sour cream, maybe that'll be better.
I don't know. I mean.
Or chile tapatio,
Well, that's unique. Like I can't say like it's good or it's bad because I've never tried it. I can't speak on it, but it would be something interesting.
Yeah,
I would say definitely.
Yeah, I've never tried it. In other countries, like I know a lot of like island countries, because they don't have a lot of animals on the ground. There are a lot of times they're either like vegetarian or they'll eat like insects like that. It's just an abundance. So.
Oh dang.
And they they tend to have a lot of protein. So.
That helps.
Lean people.
Do you know like the name of the restaurant or exactly where?
No, I just know it's in Hayward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, that'd be cool.
I guess I have to look it up. Yeah. You want to look it up?
Yeah.
Should we look it up?
Yeah, let's see.
Let's do it. Crickets. I would always thought you'd have to go to another country. I know in certain parts of Mexico they do that too. They sell tacos with crickets.
Oh, in Mexico?
Yeah, certain parts of Mexico they'll sell tacos with crickets.
Oh, what the heck?
And some other, like I said, other countries like in islands, they also have they also eat a lot of crickets. So I guess if we found the alternative meat, people are worried about like cows polluting shit. Maybe this is a good. Oh, there it is.
Tacos Urapan.
Urapan, yeah.
It's the address is
29950 Huntwood Avenue.
In Hayward.
They're open today and they close at 3 p.m. on a Sunday.
Hey, not Cricket Wireless, right?
Cricket Wireless. That's like the fourth thing down from the search bar. Look.
And they have one in freaking Avenue. They have one in Newark and Antioch.
That's hella funny.
That's hella funny. And if you're interested in, for some reason, like if you're sick or you broke a bone, or, God forbid, but in case you just aren't able to drive or get yourself there, they do work with DoorDash, Tacos with a Pan. DoorDash, Seamless, Grubhub, Postmates.
Nice.
So,
it says right now it's a little busy, according to Google. Popular times.
I want to see how it looks real quick.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of curious. We're going down this rabbit hole together, people. Ooh. Okay.
Oh, what?
That looks kind of cool. Have I ever been to this one?
I
used to go to Cal State East Bay. You guys, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Cal State East Bay, but Hayward. CSU Hayward.
Hayward?
Hayward.
I like Hayward.
Hayward's hella sick.
Yeah, Hayward's cool.
Hayward's cool because it has a lot of like restaurants and things to do. The only thing that sucks is like when it's peak traffic time.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, seriously.
Like trying to get to Foothill or through like 8th Street and shit. It's a motherfucker.
I like too how Mission Street, how it connects like Hayward, Fremont, Union City.
Does Mission Street turn into East 14? What?
I think so. I don't know.
I know East 14 crosses like hella like cities too.
It might
like
be the same.
It goes through San Leandro, it goes through Oakland. It turns into like another street in Oakland.
I wonder. Maybe I think it's probably both, like a street and a highway.
Oh, like one of those like expressways thing.
Yeah, kind of. Because I think that's how Highway 1 is sometimes like that. Like San Francisco, it's a highway, but then it'll become like it'll go into the city and you're driving
into the
on.
street, right?
Mm-hmm.
The 101, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that one like a few times.
So,
I used to work like events, like catering events, or like just events in San Francisco, and I would take 101.
That's sick.
So this is back then when I used to work at Mountain View, or just go up to San Francisco, get something to eat, and go home.
Yeah. Yeah, 101 is cool. It's historic too.
Huh?
101.
101, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's dope.
It's the best and the worst because it's also like there's hella CHP there. Hella CHP.
Oh, yeah.
They're like this. They're like ready to get somebody. 101 and 880 are like the worst. The worst. I swear.
Yeah.
680 is cool.
Yeah, 680 is cool.
Plus you get the good view. Like you get the view of the hills on 680. So when you're driving on it, yeah.
Yeah, and it takes you all the way to San Jose.
Yeah.
Like, you can just shoot straight over.
It's a straight shot.
Straight shot San Jose.
The only stupid thing I hate about every fucking freeway is now they're starting to put those stupid fucking
The
express things. Yeah, fuck
The
those.
fast track.
Fuck those people.
Yeah, they now they have it here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came all the way to Concord.
Fuck them.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Come on, y'all.
Fuck fast track. Fuck you guys. I'm gonna say it loud and clear. Fuck you guys. Okay.
No, we're like
You guys are adding more traffic. If you were just to have that lane open for just the carpool,
yeah.
like I feel like that. And the thing is, those things are from like 5 a.m. to 8 fucking p.m.
The whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
At least the carpool when it was back in the day it was like 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. And then you'd have a break, and then you'd have 3 to 7.
Oh yeah.
And then you'd have like the rest of the time you can use it.
Yeah.
But between now it's from fucking 5 in the morning straight to 8 in the fucking night. It's like fuck you guys.
I don't know if they have one, huh? On 680 when you're by Fremont, they have it there, huh?
Yeah, they have hella. There's like after I think it's Walnut Creek, you'll start seeing them. Yeah, you'll start seeing them like just right after the other.
Man.
Like fuck you guys.
Hey, but is that lane fast during traffic times, or is it still like congested?
It's faster, but you're paying like when it's peak traffic. Sometimes I've seen it like $9 per exit or something like that.
What?
Yeah, dude. Fast Track is banking on that. They fucking make so much bank. If it's not a lot of traffic, it's like $2, $1.
Yeah.
But when it's like 4 or 5, like around there,
Yeah.
It's like it can be up to like $8. I've seen it $9. I don't understand how that works. It's like you pass because it says the name of the exit and then it says how much it is.
Yeah.
But I don't understand like how the exit's over here. How does it calculate? You know what I'm saying?
I think there's like little scanners.
Does it calculate how many? Is it how many times you pass through one is how much they charge you?
Oh, that's a good question. Because I know like when you're on it, there's certain spots where you just hear your fast track off.
Yeah.
Like they're charging you. So I don't know if it's like at every specific spot. That's
like is it every? Yeah. Is it every time you go through one of those? You know what I'm talking about? With like 3 cameras. Yeah, no, like.
Yeah, I think right there, like, yeah, I think that's where they charge you. Mm-hmm. So every time you pass that, you're doot doot.
Oh, fuck. $9 right there. Fucking glass of beer.
Man.
Yeah, dude. I'm just thinking about like Bay Area.
Man. So, yeah. Ideally, go if you're like living in the East Bay, but like preferably like Concord, Walnut Creek. And you're traveling to Hayward, avoid doing it during the rush peak hours.
Yeah, don't do it. No,
just
don't.
Just
hell nah.
Or BART as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about BART.
Just say BART. Yeah,
I forgot about BART.
Oh yeah,
I drive so often.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I think you can probably get there from BART too.
Where is it? I wonder. It's on Huntwood Avenue. That's a long ass street. Huntwood. Where's Huntwood at? Tacos Urupan. Let's see. Oh, you can hit. Oh, I see. You can hit directions.
Yeah. Oh, they close at 3?
Yeah, they close at 3 today. Because it's Sunday. And then choose the little BART guy. On Google.
Which one's the BART guy?
The one left to the No, that one, yeah. Where it says transit. And then put your location.
Well, I put Hayward BART station. Just to see like...
Oh, yeah. Do that too. And then I'll show you like buses and shit that could take you there. So Hayward BART is there. So you would have to take a bus.
The 41 and then 56.
Yeah.
Or you can just take the 41.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyone from... If you get off at the Hayward BART station... Wait. Hold on. Well, no, I think... Isn't there a South Hayward? Isn't there a South Hayward exit?
Yeah, there's a South Hayward.
Oh, I think that would be way better.
I think that's this one.
Because Tennessee and...
Let's see, there's Hayward. What was over there?
Oh, yeah. Then,
is it this one right here?
Because Tennessean, that's like South Hayward.
Yeah. There's my school, East Bay. Hey. Pioneer.
Oh, yeah.
Hella closer.
Hella
fucking closer. You can even walk there for 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's a 30-minute walk. That's hella easy. That's hella close.
So yeah, you can just take the 41 or the 99 from South Hayward.
Yeah, if you don't want to walk in the cold, you can take a bus. If you want to get your exercise, it's a 30-minute walk from the BART.
And you get to try some cricket tacos.
Tacos. Heck yeah.
Yeah, something that's a cool story to bring up conversation. Like, hey, you guys ever had cricket tacos? Like, what?
What, are you crazy? I eat meats. Okay, I eat fucking lamb and shit. I don't eat crickets.
I know, right? Like,
we eat all kinds of shit, and we get. It's funny.
It's funny how you say that because it's like depends who you're talking to or what's like group like. It's one reaction like yeah, the other reaction is like so like against it. Yeah. It's like it's hella funny.
People are so set in their tribes. Come on, bro. What are you doing? You're killing crickets. You know that's harmful for the environment. Bitch, please. It's actually not harmful.
No, because I had an incident on BART. I think it's Friday. I don't know what was going on Power Station, something with BART police. Oh. So there, like when I got there, there's hella people. You know.
When was this?
I think it was Friday. Past Friday. So
the 10th.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, the 10th. you know, normally I know when it's like rush hour time and everybody's going home. I know how many people are there because I've been doing BART for a while, so I know how many people are normally there. But this time it was like an abundant amount of people. I was like kind of confused. Like this is like I'm like, well, something I already knew like something's up because
something's off. Yeah,
like there's hella people. So yeah, I guess something with BART police. So BARTs were like 20-minute delayed, but luckily for me, one came that I was able to get on. So we're going, and then they like when I'm by Lafayette, they go like the BART operator goes like, oh, you know, they just repeated like BART police activity going on in Power Station. 20-minute delays either way, coming from going to San Francisco or leaving San Francisco. I'm like, oh, cool. So they hang up, and then the operator goes like, oh, I guess that's like a regular BART announcement. Then the operator gets on, and she goes like, lucky for no, she goes like, lucky for us, this train is like on time, right?
Damn, you got the last one on time.
But mind you though, BART, most of the time, I would say 90% of the time that I'm on BART, I don't hear nobody talk. Nobody's talking, nobody says anything. Maybe like, oh, excuse me, because we're all packed, you know, excuse me, but for the most part, everybody's quiet. You know, everybody's tired, everybody just wants to get home, everybody's not really trying to deal with it, right? So, just me being me, right? So they're like, so she says that, so me, like, I'm like, hey, but loud, right? Yeah. And everybody, like, near me, you just start hearing them all cracking up. Because my head is down, you know? I'm listening to music. And I hear that, and I'm just like, hey, because I'm Jewish. I'm like, cool, like, right? So then everybody just starts hell laughing. And I'm just, like, smiling. I'm like, I just, like, notice I'm like, oh, crap. Like, but I'm not just, like, laughing to myself. Yeah. You know, first you hear everybody, like, cheering. And then you hear, like, back to your saying, like, then you hear something like, yeah, but look how long we still got. You know, then you start hearing this
like side chat, like
yeah. And in my mind, I was just like, it's just funny how like doesn't matter. You know, it depends on the person how they see one thing versus the other,
how they react.
Yeah, I just thought it was hella funny. Like I was just like, wow, like it can either be a good thing or it cannot be a good thing. It was just funny.
BART is a great equalizer, I swear. Yeah. I've met people from like all types of like races and backgrounds. I met people that were like convicts, that are ex-convicts, and they want to get their life together, and they're trying to go to a job interview. I met people that are like businessmen that are trying to, you know, raise more capital for their business. It's very interesting that's like one of the few places where everybody kind of comes together. Because you know, like usually like the rich people are like always up in their hills, in gated communities, probably on Xanax or whatever, and then like the poor people are like, there's usually like a big segregation between the rich and the poor. But BART is like one of the few places where it kind of comes together. You see like old white ladies complaining about how this or that, you know, and then young kids going to a club or whatever, you know.
Yeah, it's hella different, like
it's hella dope.
Yeah, it is. I really like BART. It's really cool for that. I mean, the only thing I would say is just it being hella packed. Yeah. You know, because I mean, I do like my space. But besides that, I mean, it's worth it.
Dude, when it was really packed is when the World Series when the Giants were in the World Series. Dude, I feel like everybody took the fucking day off. I had to go to class or something. And every fucking body was taking the day out. And then they were pre-gaming in the BART. Oh. They were getting they were passing beer around and people were smoking weed inside of it. It was a pre-game party inside the BART train. And the operator was getting pissed off because people were doing that. You need to stop. Nobody was giving a shit.
Dang. That was like 10 years ago?
Yeah, 2010.
Man.
Yeah, dude.
Man, that's sick.
Yeah, dude. BART is crazy.
Man.
They said, I know in the news, the most recent thing about the BART was the fact that people are complaining that there's not enough police. Mm-hmm. So they're trying to have these people, they're trying to raise, I don't know if they've raised money or if they already raised money, but they're trying to have these people that are like, they have some power, but they don't have the same power as a police officer, so they can't stop fights or whatever. I'm like, I don't know how that like they're gonna hire these people, like I forget what they're called. They had like a specific name.
It's like unarmed ambassadors.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're gonna walk through trains and make sure everything's fine or whatever, but it's like you're gonna give somebody who doesn't have power, and you're gonna put them in a situation where something might happen. What's gonna happen to them?
Yeah.
I'm saying they're gonna call the police. The police are gonna arrive in 10 minutes. It's already gonna be too late because that thing might have already happened. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. It's just like if they can't even stop it, what's the point?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I'd rather have at least either one, even if it's just one police officer, just kind of. But there's some like shady shit happening. Like I was on a train. I was on a BART train because I was working in a van in UC Berkeley. It was when I was working like food stands, when the basketball team starts playing, So I was working one of those games, and I was coming back from that. It's like 9:00 at night. Everybody's ready to go home. This one girl, she was doing her makeup like on her phone. She was using her phone as a mirror, and these two kids noticed that they were behind her, and so when the train stopped and opened the doors, the two kids grabbed the phone and ran. Damn. They took the phone from the top, so just to kind of paint a picture, she has a phone in front of her. They took it from the top because she wasn't holding on tight. Yeah. So they snatched it from her and then just ran. They booked it. It was like the fastest thing. It happened like in less than like 3 seconds. They grabbed it and fucking ran. I'm like, everybody was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, the lady's crying because her phone just got snatched. And it's like, that happens a lot in BART. Like, you got to kind of like watch your surroundings. Yeah. Especially at night. People are like scoping for like, just people stealing. It's been known to happen that people steal phones in BART and shit like that. So don't wear like fancy watches. Don't wear like fancy shit because it might get snatched.
Yeah. I mean, unless like you got big guns and like are ready to duke it out.
I mean, 2 against 1, but it's yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the only
and the fast. It would be like unexpected.
Yeah, true. Hey, what's up? Like, oh crap. Especially like because something like
nobody expects it. Everybody was just chilling. Everybody's just wanting to go home, and then all of a sudden you just see 2 figures just whoosh, run across. I was just standing there. I was just like, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? 2 kids just ran out, but I didn't understand why. And I looked to my left, and this lady was crying because her phone just got snatched. I'm like, oh. And then one, a good Samaritan was there to be with her and try to get the police and see if they can get the phone back. Bystander was there. Yeah, it was interesting to see all that.
Yeah. So.
Have you had any crazy experiences on BART?
I've seen a lot, man.
Yeah.
But mine's a little different. It's a little X-rated.
Oh.
But swag.
Close your ears. Less than 18 years and older. Close your ears.
One time, oh crap! Yeah, you're right. Damn. Well, I already started it.
Go for it. Fuck it.
Nah, but nothing too crazy. It was just like I was on my way home. It was like the first BART coming back home.
Yeah.
It was like 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, and I'm coming in, and I normally when you go on a BART when you're like going back home. Mm-hmm. I guess it depends on what side you're on.
Where are you from and where are you going to?
I was heading back home from I think Hayward.
At 5 in the morning?
Or 5 or 6.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm hella tired, I'm hella sleepy.
Yeah.
And like I make a right, and that's normally where it's the 4-seater where it's two
facing
each other.
Yeah, where you see. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's the one right behind it. Normally, I would want to go to the very back one.
Yeah.
And kind of trying to lay down because I knew nobody was coming on BART, so I could just sleep all the way because I was working graveyard, so I was always hella tired at that time.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I'm walking, like I'm like walking towards the back, and then when you're heading to that very back, it's like the double doors to go onto the next train if you don't want to be in that train. And I seen like a couple like like having sex, and I was like, and I was like
in the middle of the thing.
They were in their own 2-seater or the 4-seaters are.
What?
They were in there.
That's crazy.
I was like,
that's kind of nasty. Man.
I was like, I'm gonna just go sit.
People getting nasty on the nasty ass BART train, like that's crazy.
I don't know.
I seen people like. I've seen people like throw up. I've seen throw up on BART. I've seen like blunts, half burnt. I've seen chips bags. I've seen like, I don't know. I think I've seen everything.
Almost everything. I was gonna
almost
say.
everything.
Yeah.
Almost everything. I haven't seen that. I didn't see 2 people fucking. That's Hopefully I don't have to see that.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty. I mean, it was pretty covered up, but I mean,
It was covered up.
I mean, but you can tell.
Like,
You can tell. I was just like, oh.
They were just doing the nasty right there, huh? That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, I wouldn't like advise anybody to, but
that
if it happens, you know. But I wouldn't advise it though. Definitely not. But hey, if it happens.
Damn, 5 in the morning. That's hella early.
I mean, it's pretty smart on their part, you know.
It's smart, kind of. I don't know.
It's smart because technically, like, yes, no, no one's on BART. I mean, maybe this is how I think it.
Yeah.
Like, the way I see it was like, okay, it's smart because they know no one's on BART.
That's what you think. No one's on BART. See, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Because then what happens if, like, oh, I gotta go somewhere at 5 in the morning?
No, yeah, but I mean,
like, for example, you, right? Yeah. You're not no one. And you happen to see that.
Yeah, but like, well, imagine doing that versus doing it later on in the day. You know you have more of a chance of either getting caught or more people being on the train at the later time. So you do it it's like you either do it in the very morning or you do it at the last, not even the last train. The last train is full too. But in between, you know, that's just how I think. Like, I'm like, if you were to do it, it would be like super early.
Is this a goal of yours?
Huh?
Is this a goal of yours?
Nah. Nah.
I don't know. I just see people doing. I just think of like maybe I'm a germaphobe or whatever.
Yeah.
But I see fucking like homeless people like where you can see like their pants are all like full of piss stains and like I think I seen someone took a shit on BART. Like,
oh damn.
Like there's some dirty socks and fucking. It's just like I don't know how sanitary it is to go out there and be doing the nasty and how much ass is sitting on those seats and like I don't know. Just I just think of it that way, but I'm a germaphobe.
Yeah, because I would say, I mean, that's honestly, it is a lot to think about. It really is.
Because I see people throw up. I see people like it's just like, and usually when I see people throw up, it's never like the clean throw up. It's usually with chunks and like with you gotta see the meal. They just it's orange and fucking like ugh. You gotta turn away.
I would just say I'm grateful I've only seen that. I'd rather see that though, honestly.
That's a lesser of 2 evils.
I'd rather deal with that.
Throw up. You can just go to another street, but 2 people fucking, it's hard to see.
No, I would rather see that.
Oh, you rather see 2 people fucking and throw up?
Well, because you going like, okay, you can turn around and that's it.
Yeah, but then all that noise and all the like.
Nah, but
was it like that?
No. So I was in the train before them.
Oh.
So I saw it through the door. No. If I'm in the same train with them, I'm probably gonna do. Like, I'm not gonna. That's what
I'm gonna say.
No, I'm not gonna.
I thought you were in the same train. Oh, but you were in the middle, looking down. Okay, that makes sense.
And that's normally what I do when I like.
Then you're like, nope.
No, like if I'm on a train where like something is going on, let's say like someone's smoking a cigarette, and I don't like being around the smell of cigarette.
Yeah.
Not because it's bad. I think it's just in a bar, there's like no way for it to escape.
There's no ventilation. Yeah.
So it's like I'm not gonna be able to breathe. So I would just get up and I would, like if something like that happens, or like throw up, like you say, like just if I see that there, then I just go to the next train.
Yeah, me too.
There's no reason to stay there.
Why you want to suffer? Like what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like all right, they don't have it over there. I'm just gonna go over there. Like
sometimes the smell though is worse than the actual look of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I can imagine it being like worse than it is.
Yeah.
Like I'm good.
I'm cool. Yeah.
But sometimes, shout out BART though. But shout out BART though. I love BART. I
love BART. But
I mean,
you just get. Like you said, you get a random roll of the dice. You get different people from different regions, and it's interesting to see. Like,
but I guess you kind of. Well, for me, what I think is kind of cool about BART that they're trying to do too is I think they passed it actually.
What's up?
They're trying to get Wi-Fi on the BART.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. I think they passed it.
Oh, but you know why? they're gonna be raising the fare every like 2 years from here on out.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
I think right now it's what 185. Like if you went from here to like.
No, they just raised it up. They just on the first.
Oh, it went up.
Yeah.
Was it like $2 now?
I don't know. Staying in the
like one
Spain?
Stop.
Well, like San Francisco.
Yeah, they say it went hella up on San Francisco.
Because I go from Pleasant Hill to Montgomery.
Yeah.
It went up 50 cents. It was $5.50 with the Clipper card. Without it, when you pay paper, they charge you more now.
They pay you hella. Yeah, you have to pay hella.
So with the Clipper card, yeah, it was $5.50. Now it's $6. One way.
Damn.
I'm like, oh,
so $12 a day.
Yeah.
Damn, there goes your first hour.
Yeah. And but
Nah, I feel it.
I mean, I can segue it back to like what's it called? Talking about the motivation stuff.
Whoops.
We'll get there. No, but I could. It's just like with that hour, it's just like
That's
before
true.
I would try. I mean, if I'm hella tired, I'll sleep. But most of the time now, I'm like just working on whatever I have to do. Which if it's like a verse I gotta do.
Do you even get a seat when you get on BART?
Yeah, I'm lucky. Yeah, I'm super lucky. Yeah, because BART, what they're also trying to do too is, I guess they work. I don't know. I've been on my phone. Hella BART stuff's come up, so I'm just been reading hella BART.
I'm like, you're so involved. I'm so excited.
I don't know. I love it. Like I really I love it. Like I really do.
It's so convenient.
I guess they partnered up with this company where I guess they're trying to make they're trying to get more trains to run together, and I guess it's kind of like, for me, I feel like it's kind of scary, but I guess they know what they're doing. So where the trains can be a little bit closer to each other, and they can run more trains. I think they're running they were saying they're running like about like 2,000. Could be wrong, like 2,300, 3,000 a day or something like that. And they're with that company, they're gonna go from like 3 to 5.
Oh wow!
So it can break down the congestion of people.
Dude, that'd be so better.
Which I thought, I'm like, wow, you know how great that'd be.
Finally a solution. Yeah.
So I'm like, dang, that's cool.
That would help out a lot. Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah,
So,
BART's always interesting.
Yes, BART's been cool, that and the Wi-Fi. But you're right on that. I was thinking about that. I'm like, okay, that's a good idea. I'm like, but who's gonna pay for that? And I was like, they can pay the riders. Yeah. Well, who else is gonna?
Yeah, who else is gonna pay?
I was like,
not gonna be the government.
Just tell them to pay for it.
Yeah. They can do it.
Angel ain't gonna go out this weekend. He's gonna make a pay for it.
You think you want to have fun this weekend? Nah, you're going. Your shit. All your money's in the bar. Fuck you.
It's like they read my mind. I'm not going all week. I'm like, I ain't going out. I'm not hanging out with nobody. Hey, you gotta pay this extra fee. I'm definitely not going out. I'm definitely not going out.
I thought I was not going out. Nah, I'm definitely not going out.
So yeah, BART's popping. But
yeah, BART's cool for a lot of stuff. But you know what I wish though? I kind of wish the BART was like, I think in New York City the trains are 24/7. I kind of wish. Yeah, I kind of wish that was the case. Cause then like let's say you want to go to a club or something like that. You want to stay till like 2. Cause out here you stay till 2 before your last call.
Yeah.
I wish there was like a train that you can go like at 2 or 3 and then just go straight to your place.
Yeah, I think the only way that'd be possible. That's sick. I think the only way that'd be possible is, but that's if they passed a law. I guess I don't know if they're still pushing it, but they're trying to have bars and clubs stay up until 4 now.
Oh yeah, I think that we the voters of California, idiots, didn't decide to give it a thumbs down.
Yeah,
unfortunately for us youngsters.
Well, let me
ask
you
the older
then.
people, huh?
Let me ask you then.
Okay, go ahead.
What do you think about it? Like, can you see yourself like being at a bar, being at a club till 4 a.m?
Maybe. It depends. Yeah. It depends on the situation.
Yeah.
There's times like, let's say, there's people that, not in my case, but I know there's people that work 2 jobs and maybe they just want to go out and chill for a little bit on a Friday, and then or Saturday or whatever day they're free, and that's their way. But they get out at 1 or whatever. And maybe they can, or they get out at, they get out hella late. I don't know. I just feel like it could be a good, it would be good for the, let's see, I'm thinking about this as I'm saying it. It's good for people who have like late shifts, things like that, or 2 jobs. But the only thing is, it might risk, for the clubs, it might be a more liability. It benefits them and hurts them at the same time.
Yeah.
Because the more people drink, the more likely you're gonna have 2 people like brawl.
Oh yeah. Oh, because they have longer time to get drunk.
Yeah,
so
yeah, exactly. We're trying to get fucked up.
Dang.
And that's what I think.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Like, it could benefit some people, especially people that have worked, like, weird hours or two shifts.
That's true.
Like
they get off, like, 11.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can still go out to close to 4 instead of 2.
You can go out, get your, get dressed or whatever, and then go out.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing is, there's, like I said, there's the bar thing, and then the fact that there's going to be more people under the influence driving.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
So that's why I think a lot of people said no, because of that. Because DUI, there's already a lot of people being drunk at like 1:30 driving. What about if there's a lot more people drunk at 4 a.m. driving? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a risk, but I wouldn't recommend drinking and driving. But
yeah,
get an Uber, find a friend.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. But like back to you were saying, like if BART was 24, that'd be a good option too.
Yeah, or just because like there's times where I wanted to use BART to get into the city because I had to work or hella early, like 3 a.m, 4 a.m. But BART doesn't open till 5.
Yeah.
So now that my only option is to drive. And I don't mind driving, but to get there is fine. But coming back, the commute getting back, fuck. I know a lot of people would benefit. Like if BART was open 24/7, a lot of people that construction workers or like people that do a lot of things that are in the city where they don't have to take a car and early in the morning, because I see people early in the morning, 5 a.m. There's still like hella people that wake up early in the morning and go to work.
Yeah.
Like I said, usually it's a lot of guys because it's construction workers or things like that where you have to wake up dumbass early. So I think that would benefit them too.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And they can like sleep on the way to work.
Yeah, dude.
So they don't have to be tired in the morning, still drive there. Get there, still be tired. And then work.
Yeah.
A job that's hella tiring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
They should do like a pilot program where they just have it like on the weekends and then just see how it goes.
Yeah, true.
That would be sick.
Because they do that for like New Year's, but I mean, and it's only till 3. It's not even the whole day. Things like they run it till 3 in the morning.
Only till 3, really?
I think so. It's weird how they did it. They did it like, but I guess because it's
3 and then they have 2 hours off and then they open up at 5 again.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't make sense. Just
no, that they did a Sunday schedule, so they opened up till like I think Sundays they open up till 8.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. You're
they
right.
were hell late.
They open fucking late as fuck. I
I
hate Sundays. I even have to work in the city on Sunday, and then I gotta go fucking bar, and I'm like, oh wait, it's not Sunday. Then I realize it's not Sunday, and I gotta run back to my house and get to my car. I've done that a few times. Done that like twice.
Let's go to the city. Let's be the hell early. Oh hey, we open at 8.
Yeah, fuck. I'm not gonna get there till 9. That means I can't really start work till 10, because then I gotta walk 10, 15 minutes to work. Yeah.
I mean, they probably do it, to cut costs. They probably figured nobody gets on at those times, so they wouldn't. But I mean, but still though, I think it'd still be convenient regardless.
Like I said, I think they'll still get at least some people, because I see people when I was working. And I would work cater or events sometimes, or something like just things that like randomly I have to be in the city for some reason. There's times where I'm there like at 5 or 4. I think it's 4:45 is the earliest, and there's a shit ton of people there. A lot of guys work, like I said, construction or something. The majority of them are guys. Construction hats and vests and shit, and they utilize it. So a lot of people come from Antioch too.
A lot.
Hella people. Hella people come from. They're gonna extend it all the way to San Jose, which I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, that's gonna be sick.
Go to San Jose on a BART train.
Would it?
Hell yeah, dude.
Would it, man?
Fuck yeah.
Like, oh, we're going to San Jose. Alright, buy a BART out there.
Just take a nap on the way there and just...
Man.
Yeah.
Bro. Oh, man, it's going to be dope.
Once that happens, dude, I'm waiting for it. I know, I'm still looking at those lines. I'm like, come on, work faster. Hurry up. I want to go to San Jose on a BART.
For real. Going to, like, the Buddha or...
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Going downtown. That's sick.
Yeah.
That's hella sick.
Santana Row or whatever. San Jose's hella big.
Yeah. They have a cool little strip too. Like with like the little bars and stuff too. That's cool.
Oh yeah, downtown?
Yeah, and the train runs right by it.
Oh yeah. That's
like
downtown right there. I've been to downtown San Jose a few times.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
You just hear the train. Like, oh crap, the train.
Are you talking about those rail trains or whatever?
Yeah,
I don't know what they're called.
I don't know if it's Metro or something like that.
Yeah.
They're like blue, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
They're just like right in the middle of everybody. They're really cool.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Where all the bars and shit are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like went out to like I think like last month actually. And and then like we got out the bar. We were cool. We just got out. Cause we were figuring out where to go eat, and then we just see the train. I'm like, what the heck?
There's always those Mexican ladies there at 3 a.m. selling hot dogs.
They smell so good.
Damn, dude. After getting a few good drinks, you get a hot dog.
Man.
I know it's so bad for you, but
they're so good.
Dude, they're so good at 3 in the morning. 2 and 3 in the morning.
Man. And it's warm too because you're like cold outside.
Yeah, exactly.
Hot dog. Like,
they hustling on those Mexican ladies. Latinas. Making hot dogs, making fucking carne asada. I've seen people just selling water and shit because they know everything's closed, you know?
Yeah. Thank you.
They hustling.
Thank you,
I love the hustle.
Thank you, hustles.
I love the Latinos with the little stands. And recent, like 2 or 3 months ago, like in October, I think, I went with somebody, and and these 2 like ladies, they were selling like pho, like 3 in the morning after the club.
Pho?
Yeah, they had like pho.
What?
I'm like, what? They should be doing this everywhere. Tacos are cool, but they had like the little like plastic like things.
Yeah.
And they were giving like they were selling it for hella cheap. It was like $5, and you got a good portion. You got like noodles, chicken, like herbs.
Oh, shit, you make me hungry, man.
It's hella good. I'm telling you though.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Man.
This was like in Santana. No, was it Santana Row? No, it was like downtown San Jose.
Wait, where's that? Santana Row? Where's that at?
Santana Row is by. Fuck. It's like more east San Jose, I think.
East, like.
It's by a mall. It's by like this large mall. I just don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
It's Westfield Mall, but what? Let me look it up. Go ahead. Or should we wait on that one?
We'll segue into that. Alright, you want to type right here?
Oh shit.
Yeah, because I'm.
What the?
Well,
there it is.
Alright, cool. Oh, I know exactly.
Yeah, it's by like hella. There's a Yard House there.
Yeah, Winchester Boulevard. Oh,
yeah, Winchester. It's like.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's hella fun. There's a Yard House. I think there's a Guest. A lot of like little like chinitas like to go out there and go shop. Hella chinitas. Let's see, where is it show?
And it's on Winchester, so you can go to the Winchester house too.
Yeah, the Winchester Mystery House is like over here somewhere.
Westfield Valley Fair. I wonder
that's the one. Valley Fair. That's the one.
I wonder if they're the same brand as the one in San Francisco, because that one's called Westfield too, but I don't know the exact one.
Valley Fair Mall. This one's hella popular. This mall,
mm-hmm.
this mall is sick. They got hella shit here.
Yeah.
They got a food court. They got a movie theater. Like hella, huh?
Word?
Yeah, they got a movie theater. They just opened up a new one like last year. This is hella sick. Like I recommend people who like.
That 880. 880 takes you there.
Yeah, you can take 880.
Oh, to 17? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly where that's at.
Yeah. Moore Park Avenue, Stevens Creek. Stevens Creek's the main one.
Dang, sick.
Yeah. Dude, we should go out there sometime.
Yeah, for real. Go there. Like, you can take 7 and then take 7.
The freeway is like right there. Yeah, it's right there. It's like 3 or 4 like blocks.
Yeah.
You just take 880 and just go.
That's sick. Now, every time I see 17, I automatically
you know 17?
Yeah, Santa Cruz.
Oh, that's right, Santa Cruz, huh?
Like, you go up through the mountains and then you're in Santa Cruz is sick.
I mean, I did it. I think I did that a few times, like twice, but I just don't remember the freeway.
Yeah. Wait.
It's like it goes like 3 and then 2 lanes, right?
Yeah.
Fuck that freeway.
Yeah, you don't want to go when it's freaking packed,
dude.
But Santa Cruz is sick. Santa Cruz is hot though.
Santa Cruz, yeah, the boardwalk.
Man,
On a hot summer day.
Everything. Ooh.
Get on the roller coaster. Eat some of those fried. What are those things? The Twinkies.
Oh, the Twinkies.
Fried Twinkies, and they sell like something else that's really popular.
They have that. They have. What do they have? Twinkies. I don't think they have the cupcakes. I could be wrong.
Oh, they have funnel cakes, don't they?
Yeah.
That shit's hella good. I know it's hella bad, but I'm like, fuck, it smells so good.
It does.
The smell hits you, and it's like, you want to like, you're like a zombie, and you start like, I need some. Oh, one time I went to Santa Cruz with my family, and you know that big wheel where it's like you get tickets, and you have to hit this giant button. And you have, And the one like right at 12 o'clock.
The jackpot
is like 250 or something, or 500 tickets.
Yeah.
I played that once and I actually hit it.
Whoa.
I was able to time it, and I was like, tickets were just like flying, dude. It took me like 10 tries though.
Still, it doesn't matter.
I was like, I'm gonna time this.
You got it?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Somehow I got it, timed it, luckily. So hard though. I got like 250 tickets. And I was like, my double fisted with tickets. I'm like, fuck it.
I'm getting that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So what's this? Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs. Oh yeah, we were talking about this. Fuego so wants to use the restroom. So I'll take over real quick. So if anybody doesn't know, it's a psychological principle that says that we have certain needs, and before to get to self-actualization, we need to meet the needs prior. So the first one is physiological needs. This is like the very base, air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing, reproduction. In a previous podcast, we talk a lot about how in the Bay Area, the housing crisis is becoming like an epidemic. Like, there's more people that need housing, affordable housing, than like, you know what I'm saying, like, than we have. And I don't know if you know about this, but they're still trying to figure out when to start construction about that air base here in Concord.
Oh yeah, I was hearing about it.
Yeah,
they're
still like figuring out like come on, we need the housing.
That's a heck of spot. That's hell land.
That's hell land.
For real.
They say that 25% is gonna be like affordable housing.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be sick.
They're trying to, but the thing is that they're having problems with the contractors because the contractors are not union, and the mayor of Concord wants them to be unionized, something like that.
Yeah.
So there's a conflict, and it's like it's taking up time and like resources. Like, hey guys, you guys agreed to do this, but we need things to get going.
Man.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot, man.
It's a lot of affordable housing for a lot of people that need it, man.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Man. Dang. No way. No naval station. Just. Yeah. I mean,
it's gonna be like housing and like little like probably shops and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, okay, if everybody's there, like, then do they all come over here to shop, or do they go to Pittsburgh? But if they make like an own little shopping center there, then not.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there, it'll be cool. Probably make like an extra exit too for them.
I feel like Pittsburgh, Bay Point, Antioch, there's nothing to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think they need to have like a Dave and Buster's or something, just like something where people can just fucking have fun.
Yeah, true.
When we were growing up, we didn't have any of this shit. Mm-hmm. We didn't have a Round One. We didn't have a Dave and Buster's or anything like that. We were fucking. It was kind of like, what do we do?
Yeah, we had to make up our own fun.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And I feel like for like the youth and for people, like all that traffic that goes this way, if they would have their own like fun shit, then they won't have to go so far to go and have fun. They can just go in their own town.
Yeah. Dang, imagine that.
Yeah, they need to have some other stuff in Pittsburgh. 'Cause I feel like I have family in Antioch, and it's like there's a lot of housing and there's like a lot of like little things, but there's not really like a place to go and say, hey, let's go out and have fun. There's not really like a place for people to get together and just drink and go to a club or something. There's nothing out there.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
So people have to go all the way to either here, and the next biggest thing is then Walnut Creek. And then after that is like way in like Dublin or something.
Yeah, damn, hella far. Yeah.
There's nothing like out here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool if you had like a David Buster's or like you said, or at least a couple clubs or bars that are like really cool. Like,
yeah.
You want to like go to like, oh, we're gonna go there.
Yeah, they need to have something out here, like, because the reason why a lot of people go to SF, the reason why a lot of people do that, is because they want to get out of where they're doing, and they want to escape from. They want to have fun.
Yeah.
But there's nothing out here, so we need to be the ones that bring the fun. We need to find like someone who's business savvy and like who owns bars and shit, and just have like really good bars out here.
Yeah.
And then just advertise it well, and then have people, deliver a need of like people.
Yeah, because even here, like, I mean, we have a couple spots, but I mean, they're not hella cool. Like,
yeah,
they're cool. But
they're not popping.
Yeah, they're not super popping.
Yeah,
it's just everybody goes there because there's really nowhere else to go close.
Yeah.
I mean, they're cool, but they're not like something like dope. Like, I don't know. I mean, we can't really compare ourselves to San Francisco, but San Francisco has everything of whatever
that's
club
true.
we want, which is like sick. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I think we should bring, instead of us chasing the city, we should bring the city to chase us.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is deliver like need. Like, we need to have more clubs out here. We need to have like
more things to do.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Because what happens is when the youth don't have anything to do, then that's when they start getting into like shit, like trouble, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, well, what do we do with this? And you start thinking of like, especially if you're a young kid and you're bored or whatever, and you just start doing random acts of violence. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if you have a place where you can go play like shooting games or like be with family, play pool, bowling, or something where you can do something fun. Yeah.
That would help out.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Dang. Yeah, that's true.
There's your next business adventure. Find a way to bring a cool ass club to Pittsburgh.
I'm gonna have the club on the outside and the street on the inside. No, that's so odd. I don't know if you've seen it. It's called Night at the Roxbury.
Oh, yeah.
That's like their goal. Yeah, their goal is to make a club like that. And they ended up getting it, but it's just hella fun.
Is that where they do the little head nod? Like,
yeah. Yeah.
That
would be sick.
That would be hilarious. Will Ferrell and the other guy.
Yeah.
The little guy.
My boy, Chris. Was it Chris Kattan?
Yeah.
He's sick.
Yeah, they need to have something out here. Stand-up comedy, something.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We had comedy clubs actually.
We need to have something.
Cool. Yeah.
Just something. Yeah. Because I think the only stand-up comedy around here is Tommy T's in Pleasanton, which is cool if you're in that area.
Yeah.
But for us, we don't got shit out here. We're like, we need something.
Yeah, because freaking from here to Pleasanton is what, like half-hour drive?
Yeah.
Yeah, so even then that's far. Because BART, you have to go from here, basically do like a whole like circle.
Yeah.
Like, gotta go through Oakland, through Hayward, and then get on the Dublin Pleasanton. But then on the car, you just shoot straight down. But still far.
Yeah.
So
need to figure something out.
Yeah. We got to.
Listeners, hey, here's what
your
you gotta do.
If
you gotta bring a club or bar to one of these cities.
You might be tonight's raffle winner.
Make a fucking,
Yeah, that's
a poppin' club in a place way out here.
Imagine, like, I mean, too bad for us, but imagine, like the youth, like, hey, we're gonna go do this, or I don't know. It's cool. It's kind of cool right now, though. At this point, like, for the youngsters, like, hey, we're gonna go to Dave Buster's. Like, imagine we were at Mountain at that time. Like, hey, what are we doing Friday? Let's go to Dave Buster's.
Or even round one.
Yeah, even round one. Yeah.
Round one wasn't even available. Round one just opened like a few years ago.
Yeah. Oh wow, it's been years now. Huh?
Yeah, it's been hella years.
That's
like when we were like, what, 24, 20, 23?
Maybe.
Around that time, yeah.
Dang, sick.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool they're still going. Yeah, so just that, like, hey, let's go out there. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
That's
what we need. We need hey, let's go to Pittsburgh and let's go to this club right here. You know, or something.
Yeah, that's true. That's hella true.
Because everything is like in the city, or there's a few places in Oakland and Alameda that's hella cool.
Yeah, they have cool stuff for sure. Like theirs is like, the thing about theirs is like,
everything's kind of spread out.
It's like culture-y, like, it's his vibe. Like, I don't know, like, Berkeley and Oakland, like if you go out to those places, like it's its own vibe. It's kind of cool. It's unique. It's like its own thing.
Berkeley, yeah. Especially where everything's open hell late. That little strip.
Yeah. Telegraph?
Yeah, Telegraph.
Yeah, Telegraph is sick.
Telegraph, yeah. Go get some beer and go dance, and then go get some ice cream, and Peaks is right next door, and it's like...
It all feels like homegrown. It all feels like family.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they're like family.
That's what I'm saying. We need something like that.
Yeah, that's true. We have our own look. That's true.
We have the veranda, which is cool. Finally, you know, it was just opened like 2 years ago.
Yeah, that strip is cool. If they had a club there, that'd be sick.
Dude, they have Yard House, like I said. Yard House had hella beers.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't promote Yard House. I'm just saying it's hella cool.
Disclaimer. Or the veranda.
Or the veranda. Yeah, we don't get no money.
But hey.
But you won't say no. Nah.
But that'd be sick for Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh has hella space.
Yeah, they're all in the mountains. Like, bro. We need something for the youth.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like that would help get like a lot of people that are like living out there. That would help them like. You need like a release. You need a release valve. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah.
Like if you work Monday through Friday and you live in Pittsburgh and you're driving all the way to San Francisco, I don't think you want to keep driving to the city or driving to like just for fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Damn, I just thought of something. I don't know. I could be wrong on this, but
yeah.
It just came to my head right now. Like, imagine if like we had all this stuff. I wonder if that would lower the rate of teen drug and alcohol abuse.
That's what I'm saying.
Just thought about it. I'm like, oh, if I was doing that, would I want to drink? Yeah, as a disclaimer, I started drinking young. Yeah, so...
Because you have an outlet. And you know it's there.
Like, oh, you want a beer? Nah. Like, nah, I want to go play games. Or, nah, we're going to go hang out with
That's what I'm saying.
Friends. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you need an outlet. Like, you need... That's why.
Damn, yeah.
Because you don't have an outlet.
I know it costs money and stuff, but but you figure it out. You know?
Yeah.
You always figure it out. Like, I always figured it out. Even if I didn't have money, like, I figured out somehow to have fun. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
just a release valve, like a fucking... You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it was cool getting, like, drinking, but... I mean, it was also cool if I didn't either. Like, yeah. I don't know, either one is, like, I don't see it as a bad thing. I'm just saying, like... I wonder if I would have, or would I waited till I'm 21? Or, yeah, I don't know. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool, yeah.
I don't know about that, but I think...
It's cool though.
I think kids need a place to have fun.
Yeah.
Just to release some energy too.
Yeah, true.
Especially teenagers. Cause
that's where all the fun is.
Yeah, exactly.
From like 13 to 18, it's like sick.
You're growing up, and I mean, you're still getting to know who you are, and you're still trying to figure out who your identity is, and like your mind is still developing, and you're still, you know, you're experiencing like things that you're trying to figure out. Is this who I am? You know, you don't really know what consequences are until you're already in a bad consequence. Because our frontal lobe isn't fully developed until we're 25, so.
Yeah. And even then, like, when we're kids, we're not really thinking about, like, oh, I don't know, I guess it depends on the person.
We're just thinking about having fun.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, it's just having fun. You know, drama really isn't drama. It's just, it is what it is. We get over it. Because we're just trying to have fun. We're just chilling, having, like, just I don't know, like people in middle school and stuff will fight and then they're cool like the next day. Because it just wasn't something you thought about every single day. Just it happened, you move on. You know, you hang out with girls, you meet them, everybody has fun. Like even them, they're growing up too. Like they want to hang out with their girlfriends, a group of them, you go with a group of your friends. Imagine everybody going to round one, just playing, having fun, playing Mario Kart, like teasing each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's sick.
You can take your... If you're going out on a date, you know what I'm saying? You take people to go on a date. Yeah. It's a fun place to go. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Yeah, like.
And they need, like, I feel like every city needs something like that. Because if not, then that's when the teenagers start releasing their energy into other stuff.
Into things that they shit on.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because teenage boredom is, like, really bad.
Yeah. It's like, we gotta figure something to do.
Yeah.
We're not doing anything.
That release valve will help a lot of people.
Yeah. I wonder if idle time works in the same sense.
What do you mean?
At that age. I wonder if idle time works in the same sense.
It's worse back then.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I think so too.
Because you have
nothing to do.
you have homework and shit, but after that, then you're like, what do I do? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, like, video games and stuff are cool, but I mean, you don't want to be home either all day. Like, you just did homework. Like,
I wouldn't say like all the time going to video games or none of the time. I would say like it's an option to have.
No, I mean like video games at home.
Oh, I see.
Like an actual system. Like you can have like in case there's like an argument to this. Like, oh, what about video games at home or stuff like that? Like, yeah, but you don't want to. If you're doing homework all day and you're home all day after school from work or after school, and you're home after school, like, yeah, video game console helps, but
it's kind of It's kind of like isolating though. Yeah. You're not really learning like social cues. You're not really going out having fun, meeting with a group of people, or you know what I'm saying. Like you need that. You need that release. I didn't do a lot of that when I was young, but at the same time I was broke, so.
I hear you. Yeah, but like you said, exactly. You're not socializing. You're not developing as a human.
Exactly. You're not developing as a human.
Yeah, we all need each other at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of good or bad, it still helps you.
You need to have that socialization, like. And so when people, because kids are gonna get together for no matter what, whether that means going to the park or whatever, but they still need that extra. You know, I don't know, that extra. Yeah. That one level up.
No, yeah. No, I mean, I see it with my daughter. Like we can be watching like a video. Let's say we can be watching YouTube for like 30 minutes or whatever.
No.
But then she wants to do something else. Then we go to the park and she's like, okay, I want to do something else. And it's like, if I don't have nothing for her to do, like she's gonna start doing like probably bad things that she shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
What else is she gonna do?
Get on the phone or like, you know.
Like I just try to like, yeah, I just try to have like see what she likes, and then I just go off with that and try to find and bring new experiences into her life too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just because I always try to have her like in doing something.
Did you guys go to the ice skating thing in the veranda?
Yeah. No, we went to the one in Great America.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I didn't know there was one until later, and
I didn't either, dude.
That's sick.
They had one in the veranda. That was hella sick.
I was like, what?
Yeah. Like Conger? Wait, what? Conger?
I wonder what. Did you see? Did you go by there to see it?
Yeah. I think it was like not this weekend, but last weekend. I went over there to buy something, like I forgot why, like in World Market or something. I went to go buy something, and I on the way back, I noticed, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, there's ice skating right here? When was it? How long has this been here? That's hella sick. They got people ice skating, and it's a cool vibe because they got the ice skating ring, and then next to it they got like those giant like fireplace things, so people can sit down and chill.
For real?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm taking it next year. Or this year.
The whole veranda vibe is pretty sick.
Yeah, I gotta go there more.
They need to have like that's what I'm saying. They need to have something like that, but like in Pittsburgh or any
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Something where they can go out there and just, you know, have fun, like release, like.
Yeah, because even like at the mall, at the Summersville Mall, they still have a lot of space. Like they still have a lot of space.
Summersville? Where's that? The one in Brentwood?
No. The one in Antioch. I think it's after LMC.
I think I've been there one time with my ex.
Yeah.
I went there one time, but dude, that shit is so empty. It looked like a ghost town.
Yeah. Like
the parking lot is like, I was like 1 out of 3 cars of the entire parking lot.
Yeah. Like no one really goes there. Yeah, it feels
It's hella empty. It's like a ghost. Like they should transform that into something else.
Yeah, they made that like a veranda because they have hella space for it.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
If they can transform that, then that building can be used for that.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Instead of just like tearing it down and putting just a whatever complex.
Cause the things I like about over there though, but I mean it's not. You can't do it every day.
Over there, he's been.
No, I mean like Antioch.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's just like the whole like how they have the whole Delta. I like that, but it's like you can't do that every day.
Yeah.
But it's nice. Like if you go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If you go from like to like they closed the one here in Concord. But if you go from like Martinez and you hit all of them, I've done it from Martinez to like Oakley.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, they're all sick.
Oh, yeah.
They're all sick.
They closed the Delta out here?
Yeah, like, because it's supposed to be Fort Chicago if you keep going down, but they closed it down because of the...
Oh, the base?
Yeah, because of the base.
Oh, yeah.
But if you keep going, then yeah, the waterfront will be all right there.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Fucking like, air base.
I was like, man, why here?
Yeah, I've been to the one in Martinez. That's just by the park, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's sick.
Yeah, that one's cool. That one's cool, but the Oakley one is pretty dope too.
Oakley.
Antioch one is sick. No, they're all sick.
But the one I think Pittsburgh.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh one's hella cool too. Like that whole little downtown area or old town Pittsburgh is hella cool. I like
I'm saying though.
Even when they do like their festivals and stuff.
Yeah.
Hella sick.
You been there? You been to a festival?
Yeah,
oh,
I forgot which one. I don't think it was. I want to say it was Dia de los Muertos, but this was years ago. But I could be wrong. But they even had like a mechanical bull and stuff.
What?
Yeah,
that's hella sick.
Like, yeah, like it was dope.
That's hella cool.
Yeah, it was dope.
Mechanical bull. Always want. I mean, kind of chicken shit, but I'm kind of curious.
It's yeah. Well,
I'm afraid my glasses are just gonna fucking go like flying like in cartoons.
Yeah. No, it's not that bad. It's just like lean forward, yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't do it. My daughter did it, but she was on there for a while, so they had to like make it faster because she wouldn't fall off.
She was good. She got too many skills to pay the bills.
They were like, because they were like going slow. I'm like, oh, they're cool, you know. And then they felt like it was like 2 minutes in, they're like, are you still on it? Like,
this girl's still on it? There's a line? What?
Let's make it faster. So they went faster, and then, yeah, she finally fell off. But she hella liked it, and it was like, it's cool.
That's hella cool.
She's like, come on, I want to do it. I'm like, you sure? She's like, yeah. I'm like, alright, do it. Yeah.
That's hella cool that you're open-minded to that.
Yeah, I mean, you got the kids. You got,
yeah.
Yeah, there's some things for sure, no, you know, but I mean, there's just some things like you have to. I've never done it, and so it's cool that she did it.
Would you ever do it? Would you ever go back and do it?
Yeah, I want to try. I want to try. Yeah, I want to see how it is. I'll probably be hella loud. Honestly, I think it'll be hella funny.
I think there's one in Berkeley.
Bro?
Yeah, it's like inside of a bar though.
Oh, it's like in a bar?
Yeah, that's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad idea. That'd be pretty badass. Take like a shot, maybe two.
Yeah.
Is that right?
It was hella, yeah. Interesting to see people just like, woo! And they're like flying off.
But,
that's crazy.
That's good.
Oh, what do we got here? Oh yeah, we forgot about this.
So,
I could use the restroom. We'll be right back, guys.
So 2020 is a very special year. I feel dearly in my heart. If you know me, if you have me on social media, follow me at Angel or Fuego So on Instagram, Angel Ayo on Facebook, Twitter. Yeah, most of the time I'm gonna be posting things relating to the year of 2020 because I just feel very motivated and inspired by this whole decade coming up. Back to like what I was saying earlier, I just feel very like grateful and very humble and very excited. You know, like I'm 27, about to be 28. I could be thinking like, oh man, this is the end of my life, or you know, I'm getting really old, or maybe I'm too old for this, or why didn't I stay in college? I can come up with a million excuses and feel low for myself, but I don't. I feel way excited because for some reason I feel like it's just a whole new shift in my mind, in my life, and who I want to become. And yeah, I just have a lot of goals. I have a lot of goals that I want to achieve. I have music that I want to keep making, freestyles that I want to keep making, podcasts I want to keep making, content related to help anyone out I want to keep making, growing as myself as a person, as an entrepreneur, as eventually being my own businessman. It's a lot of things in this year that I at least want to put my foot in. So I feel like in order to achieve all those goals, you know, hashtag 2020 year the Broskis. I feel like there's gonna for sure be obstacles and tests along myself and Senor Smiley's path for any goals that we want to achieve. There's always gonna be tests that come in our life. There's always gonna be things that are gonna slow us down, and in it we need to find the way to stay motivated, to push through, and and looking through research and finding it, we found something called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So, what's it called? Essentially, it's like, what is it? It's Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a motivational theory in psychology comprising a 5-tier model of human needs, often depicted as hierarchical. I can't say hierarchical.
Yeah, hierarchical.
Hierarchical levels with a pyramid. No, not a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, fuck those things.
Needs lower down in the hierarchy must be satisfied before individuals can attend to needs higher up. Yeah, so with the goals, I'm not trying to like jump straight head into it. It's slowly building up to achieve it. And then from the bottom of the hierarchy upwards, the needs are psychological, safety. Physiological, safety, love and belonging, esteem, and self-actualization.
Yeah, sometimes that's a hard word to say.
So they're all like broken down for each single one. So at the very bottom, or the first part of the whole pyramid, you wanna.
Oh, so the very bottom, the base is the physiological needs. This is your essentials. So this is like your food, your water, shelter. This is things that you need to have clean. You need to be able to eat, shit, and sleep, and have clothing. You want to be able to be in a good physiological state. This is before you want to, this is not being, this is one of the hardest parts in the Bay Area because this is where a lot of people are having issues because of the high rent. And I know we talk about this a lot because this is an issue that's kind of close to our heart, and it's something that affects everybody. But yeah, this is one of the hardest, the shelter part, more than anything. Do you want to go on to the next one?
Yeah, so the second level of this pyramid is safety needs, and they consist of personal security, employment, resources, health, and property.
And then after that, you go on to love and belonging. So this is friendship, intimacy, family, and sense of connection.
Damn, that feels like a lot. Not a lot like hard, but a lot in like, man, as you progress, you like get way better.
Yeah, so you start off with your basic needs, and then they get more complex as you go up.
That's it.
Yeah.
So after love and belonging is esteem, which is respect, self-esteem, status, recognition, strength, and freedom.
And then the last one, the very top of the pyramid, is self-actualization. Is a desire to become the most that one can be.
Man.
Yeah.
So those in this in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, these are basically the 5 levels of the whole pyramid in order for you to reach your full potential and help you in whatever goals you need. Oh, this one's cool.
Oh, this one is deficiency needs versus growth needs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so there's another thing. Should we read this one? Yeah. You want me to kick it off?
Yeah.
Alright. So, we're getting this information from simplypsychology.org if you guys want to follow along. And then it's simplypsychology.org/maslow.html. And it continues to say, the 5-stage model can be divided into deficiency needs and growth needs. The first 4 levels are often referred to deficiency needs, or I needs, and the top level is known as the growth or being needs, as B needs. Do you want to read the next one?
Deficiency needs arise due to deprivation and are said to motivate people when they are unmet. Also, the motivation to fulfill such needs will become stronger the longer the duration they are denied. For example, the longer a person goes without food, the more hungry they will become.
Maslow, 1943, initially stated that individuals must satisfy lower-level deficient needs before progressing on to meet higher-level growth needs. However, he later clarified that satisfaction of a needs is not an all-or-none phenomenon, admitting that his earlier statements may have given the false impression that a need must be satisfied 100% before the next need emerges.
Yeah, that's what I first thought when you started.
I'm
like, no, that doesn't work like that. But
no.
Then he corrected it.
Yeah, he said, oh, nah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That makes more sense. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. When a deficit need has been more or less satisfied, it will go away, and our activities become habitually directed towards meeting the next set of needs that we have yet to satisfy. These then become our salient needs. However, growth needs continue to be felt and may even become stronger once they have been engaged.
You want to describe this picture?
So there we have a pyramid, or a picture of a pyramid, and it has physiological, safety, love, belonging, esteem, and self-actualization all together. But at the very top on self-actualization, it's divided. So the 4 levels of the pyramid, the very bottom 4, I guess when you go from physiological to safety to love, belonging, and esteem, as you're moving up in all those needs, the motivation decreases as needs are met. Those are your deficiency needs. So
those are your being needs. So your
are all of those?
No, yourself. I think only the self-actualization is your growth needs.
Okay.
Which is, and then it says from the bottom to the top, motivation increases as needs are met.
Okay, so when you become self-actualized, that's when your motivation increases as all the needs are met. But if you don't get there, then do they decrease as needs are met? I'm not trying to throw that at you.
Oh yeah.
I just don't understand it basically.
Motivation increases as needs are met. I think it's when you hit self-actualization, then your motivation increases as that need is met.
Oh, okay.
Because it's your growth need. And then motivation from physiological, safety, love, belonging, and esteem, those are considered deficiency needs, and your motivation decreases as those needs are met. Because once you're let's say for physiological, right? You have food, clothing, and shelter. Okay, so then you move up. You don't have that motivate. You don't once you have it, you're not I need to get another house. I need to get another. It's already met, so you keep going. Does that make sense?
Yeah. The way I kind of got it was I lost it though. But I was the way I got it was
oh yeah.
It's you need these. They become deficiency needs, I think, because you want all that. But once you get it, you lose the motivation because it doesn't really help you. They help you, but they don't really help you to become the person that you want to become.
Because you already got it?
Yeah, because they're it's just a lack that you don't have it.
Yeah.
So you're oh, I gotta get it. When you get it, then you lose the motivation because it wasn't really something to help you grow. It was just something you thought you needed. It was you were lacking, so you needed it. But if you're self-actualized, then when you get whatever you're looking for, that you really know you need, that's what helps you. That's what the motivation stays there because it helps you grow.
Yeah.
Because you
actualize, you found yourself.
Yeah, you're oh, I need that. This is what really helps me. I want this, and so you want to do it. But if you're I want $1 million, and you get it, but only because you thought you liked $1 million, then $2 million might not sound that good.
Yeah,
anymore.
exactly.
It's alright. That's how I got it. I don't know if that's how it is, but
let's see.
That's kind of how I see it.
It says growth needs do not stem from a lack of something, but rather from a desire to grow as a person.
Oh.
So the self-actualization do not stem from lack of something, but rather to want to grow. Yeah, so you want to you have good self-esteem, you have good friends, you feel safe, and your physiological needs are met. So now you become motivated to grow as a person.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because you're not lacking it, but you want to grow. Now that everything is met.
Okay.
You can't grow. You can't hit self-actualization until all the other needs are met. So, but once you've that esteem to self-actualization is interesting. Once these growth needs have been reasonably satisfied, one may be able to reach the highest level called self-actualization.
Every person is capable and has the desire to move up the hierarchy toward a level of self-actualization. Unfortunately, progress is often disrupted by failure to meet lower level needs. Life experiences, including divorce and loss of a job, may cause an individual to fluctuate between levels of the hierarchy.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, not everyone will move through the hierarchy in a unidirectional manner, but may move back and forth between the different types of needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the original one. Stated that. So the original hierarchy of the 5 needs stated that people are motivated to achieve certain needs and that some needs take precedent over others. Our most basic needs is the physical survival, and this will be the first thing that motivates our behavior. Once that level is fulfilled, the next level up is what motivates us, and so on.
Yes, sir.
So physiological or biological requirements for human survival: air, food, drink, shelter, clothing, warmth, sex, and sleep.
Mm-hmm.
If these needs are not satisfied, the human body cannot function optimally. Maslow considers physiological needs the most important, as all the other needs become secondary until these needs are met.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go on to read number 2 and 3?
Yeah. Safety needs number 2. Protection from elements. Security, order, law, stability, freedom from fear. Man. Number 3, love and belongingness needs. After physiological and safety needs have been fulfilled, the third level of human needs is social and involves feelings of belongingness. The need for interpersonal relationships motivates behavior. Examples include friendship, intimacy, trust, and acceptance, receiving and giving affection and love, affiliating, being part of a group, family, friends, work.
Interesting. This is the old original model from Maslow. So we're reading the 5, and then we're gonna move on to the next part. Esteem needs, which Maslow classified into 2 categories. 1, esteem for oneself. This includes dignity, achievement, mastery, and independence. And 2, the desire for reputation or respect from others. So this includes status or prestige. Maslow indicated that the need for respect or reputation is more important for children and adolescents and precedes real self-esteem or dignity. You want to read number 5?
Yeah. Self-actualization needs. Realizing personal potential, self-fulfillment, seeking personal growth, and peak experiences. A desire to become everything one is capable of becoming.
Realizing personal potential, self-fulfillment, seeking personal growth. Oh.
So, basic needs, physiological needs, self-fulfillment needs.
Belongingness. It's interesting I remember reading like this back in college, but this is good to revisit this.
Yeah, so that's cool. That's cool you read that in college.
Yeah.
It's nice.
That's why I said like you can't do shit until you have your basic needs met. So your basic needs are divided by, so we're going back to the pyramid. This is a different one. This one has your basic needs, which are your physiological needs, and your safety needs. Do you want to read your psychological? Right here on the right.
So the psychological needs are the 2 or the 3 and 4s of the pyramid.
Yeah.
And it's belongingness and love needs, which is intimate relationship and friends. And the esteem needs are prestige and feeling of accomplishment.
Then the last one, the 5th, the very top, is the self-fulfillment needs. Self-actualization, achieving one's full potential, including creative activities.
Yeah, that's cool.
Look at that. Looks like we're doing self-actualization.
I think we're doing all of them, man.
Well, in order for us to be self-actualized, we would have to have our esteem needs, belongingness and love, safety needs, and physiological needs met, according to Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Sick. Maslow posted that human needs are arranged in a hierarchy. And then there's a from him.
A quote from Maslow.
It is quite true that man lives by bread alone, when there is no bread, but what happens to man's desires when there is plenty of bread and when his belly is chronically filled? At once other and higher needs emerge in these, rather than physiological hungers dominate the organism, and when these in turn are satisfied, again new and still higher needs emerge, and so on. This is what we mean by saying that the basic human needs are organized in a hierarchy of relative prepotency. It's basically why he's stating that's the pyramid, or why it works.
You want to read this next two ones right here?
Yeah.
Oh, here's a summary too.
So Maslow continued to refine his theory based on the concept of the hierarchy of needs over several decades. He wrote it in 1943. Probably went back to it in 1962 and 1987. Regarding the structure of his hierarchy, Maslow, 1987, proposed that the order in the hierarchy is not nearly as rigid as he may have implied in his earlier description. Maslow noted that the order of needs might be flexible based on external circumstances or individual differences. For example, he knows that for some individuals, the need for self-esteem is more important than the need for love. True. For others, the need for creative fulfillment may supersede even the most basic needs.
Yeah? Interesting. Maslow, 1987, also pointed out that most behavior is multi-motivated and noted that, quote, any behavior tends to be determined by several or all of the basic needs simultaneously rather than by one of them, end quote. And this is page 71 of who knows what book. And then there's a summary right here. I'm just kind of curious, what's the end of this? Oh, look at that one. There's another one. Do you want to do the summary and then read the next one, or should we just skip this one?
I don't know. What's the difference in the new one?
Let's see.
There's 8 on that one.
There's 8?
Yeah. So there's a transcendence.
There's cognitive needs. He added cognitive needs, aesthetic needs, and transcendence.
Oh, what the heck? That one is.
So this is like the review. The original was in 1943 where there's only 5 needs, but this looks like it's the revised version of the 1987 version. It says we don't have actual 5 needs. We actually have 8 needs. And after esteem comes the cognitive need, which is knowledge and understanding, curiosity, exploration, need for meaning, and predictability. You want to read the 6?
Aesthetic needs. Appreciation and search for beauty, balance, form, etc.
You can read 7 too.
Self-actualization needs. Realizing personal potential, self-fulfillment, seeking personal growth, and peak experiences.
Let's both read 8. Ready?
Alright.
Transcendence needs.
Transcendence.
A person is motivated by values which transcend beyond the personal self. Example, mystical experiences and certain experiences with nature, aesthetic experiences, sexual experiences, service to others, the pursuit of science, religious faith, etc.
That was cool.
Yeah.
So
Transcendence. Ah, look at this.
cognitive need, aesthetic needs, self-actualization.
Physiological, safety, belonging and love, esteem, cognitive, aesthetic, self, and then transcendence.
So it's still esteem needs, belonging, love needs, safety needs, physiological needs. They're all still under deficiency needs on Maslow's motivation model. But the growth now has new add-ons, which are the cognitive needs, aesthetic needs, self-actualization, and transcendence.
So the deficiency needs are the ones that once you hit, you no longer need them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when the growth ones are once you hit those, you're on a constant
motivation.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like you keep going.
Yeah, because you wanna keep adding to your cognitive needs. You still wanna aesthetic needs. Like I like how they said like for your body. Like if you wanna work out, like I mean I know you wanna like your goal is like to get to a certain weight or a certain mass muscle or whatever or body fat. But just that whole process of getting to it, you know, you lose a pound this day, you know, you lose another pound. You still add to that need, but you're growing because you're growing to whatever goal you want. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, I can see that.
I like the transcendent. I think that's interesting. Person is motivated by values which transcend beyond the personal self. It's like getting out of this, like the whole, like what Sigmund Freud talks about of lowering your ego. The ego is always part of your life, but you're always trying to get rid of it. And you're always trying to get to the next level.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that I don't know. Let's just finish this up.
Oh yeah.
We can do like a.
It's like a spiritual thing.
Yeah. I don't want to say that. I want to say
transcendence is to transcend the
human body.
Yeah. And maybe, like you said, maybe that need is not a high need for some people. Maybe self-actualization is more higher.
Yeah, I think.
Then to some people, that's a higher value than transcendence.
Yeah. I think transcendence is dope. I mean, like I like studied that for hella long, like a lot of my 20s actually.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. And they're honestly the mystical experiences are like. I can say like they're probably one of the dopest things.
Yeah.
You know, you could ever experience. Not like out of body or anything, but I don't know. For me, it could be like I guess like synchronicities and just knowing the power of your mind. Like you can think of something or you can speak something to existence and it could happen. You know, not so much like law of attraction, but kinda like.
I know what you're saying.
You know, like it's crazy. Like, and the cool part is that it doesn't come. Sometimes I don't know how. Sometimes you can plan it accordingly and it happens. Yeah. Or you can think about it and it just pops up so randomly. And I like the random ones more. Yeah. Because I'm like, what the heck? I was just thinking about this and it's just there. Like I don't know. That's how I see it. I don't know about a whole out of body experience or, because I know I think I would have to go into those cultures and learn about them. But from what I learned, like trying to do it on my own, like. I don't know if it's possible, but I know that, like, just mystical moments like that. Just I don't know when you think of things and they just happen so randomly. It's like, you know, you can wish for somebody like one of your friends to like win the lotto, and then you just forget about it or whatever, and then oh yeah, I won the lotto, and you're like, what the?
I'm gonna call you tomorrow. I'm just kidding.
You know, like I don't know, just stuff like that.
I'm gonna play a scratcher today because you thought about it right now.
Hey, yeah, yo, win. I don't know, it's just crazy. Like, I mean, I don't know, it's just crazy. I can tell you a lot of experiences that happen, but I don't know, I might sound too crazy on the podcast. But I've had a lot where I'm like, this is gonna happen, and I completely forget about it, and then the person comes to me, hey, remember you told me this?
Like a few days later, right?
No, sometimes it's months. I just forget about it because I know it's gonna happen, but I forget. That's why I don't think about it. Like, it'll happen, and then they come, either they tell me like you told me, or they tell me a story. I'm like, hey, didn't I tell you then? They're like, yeah, you did. I'm like, oh, wow. It's just, I don't know. It's just,
that's cool.
Those are like, for me, I feel like those are mystical moments. Cause you wish the best for somebody, and then it happens to them, and you're just like, yeah. Like, grateful. But.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I don't know. What do you think about this whole pyramid? Like, what's your take on it?
I think.
Like, what do you feel about it? But what do you feel about it?
I think he has a point, and I don't know if it's, I don't know if I agree with his view on some of this stuff, but I do agree that like you need your physiological needs need to be met somehow. Like you can't do anything if you're living in a car or if you're like sleeping on the street or you're hungry all the time. Like I feel like those needs have to be met before you even go to like the next level, which is safety, and then. I don't know. I just think that's important. Like, I see it all the time here in the Bay Area. Like people struggling, and like I hear all these news stories about like people getting kicked out of their houses and things like that. And I'm thinking like, how can we get to self-actualization if we keep getting our physiological needs keep getting like disrupted? Is like I think is the best way to put it. Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, man.
What does this say? You want to read the first two? I'll read the next two?
Yeah. instead of focusing on psychopathology and what goes wrong with people, Maslow in 1943 formulated a more positive account of human behavior, which focused on what goes right. He was interested in human potential and how we fulfill that potential. Psychologist Abraham Maslow, 1943 to 1954, stated that human motivation is based on people seeking fulfillment and change through personal growth. Self-actualized people are those who were fulfilled in doing all they were capable of. I can see that.
Based on people seeking fulfillment and change through personal growth. Huh. The growth of self-actualization, Maslow 1962, refers to the need for personal growth and discovery that is present throughout a person's life. For Maslow, a person is always becoming and never remains static in these terms. In self-actualization, a person comes to find a meaning to life that is important to them. As each individual is unique, the motivation for self-actualization leads people in different directions. Kenrick et al., 2010. For some people, self-actualization can be achieved through creating works of art or literature. For others, through sports, in the classroom, or within a corporate setting.
Maslow, 1962, believed self-actualization can be measured through the concept of peak experiences. This occurs when a person experiences the world totally for what it is, and there are feelings of euphoria, joy, and wonder. It is important to note that self-actualization is a continued process of becoming rather than a perfect state one we just have a happy ever after. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah. This is what Gary talks about.
I'll read that one.
Okay.
Maslow offers the following description of self-actualization. It refers to the person's desire for self-fulfillment, namely to the tendency of him to become actualized in what he is potentially. The specific form that these needs will take will, of course, vary greatly from person to person. One individual might take the form of the desire to be an ideal mother. In another, it may be expressed athletically, and still another, it may be expressed in painting pictures or inventions. Everybody has their own definition of self-actualization.
Yeah, it's a self-fulfillment. So that, but it's not like people. I think what he's trying to say is that he sees it as a state. So people that hate corporate America but are working there would be not considered self-actualized. People that love corporate America and that's what they do, and maybe the biggest thing is to win a business deal, and so they focus on how they can become a better business person. Maybe that's their definition of self-actualized.
I see it.
Yeah. Like maybe a painter painting a great work of art is a moment of self-actualization.
Yeah.
It's not a state of. It's not like you achieved it, but it's a moment. I think is what he's saying. It's not like.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. It's.
No, it wouldn't work like that then. Because if you're going up these levels for moments, then the only way you can keep it is keep that moment in your mind and I guess grow from that.
Yeah.
But what if you have it?
You in that moment you were self-actualized. It doesn't mean you're always gonna be self-actualized.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, it's
like a moment of time where you feel joy, euphoria, and all that. What the guy said earlier.
But then wouldn't everybody be self-actualized? Yeah, right.
No.
Everybody has those moments. Well, everybody has a moment like.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Something like that, like what the heck, like. But I guess they choose whether they capitalize on it or if they don't. Like they can just ignore it, like, oh, that was cool, and then forget about it, or they can be like, oh, that was cool. Wait, why did that happen? And then grow.
Continue to grow. And then continue to try to be, and then go through that cycle like again.
Yeah. That's cool.
Characteristics. Oh, here we go. Characteristics of self-actualized people. Although we are theoretically capable of self-actualizing, most of us will not do so, or only to a limited degree. Maslow, 1970, estimated that only 2% of people would reach the state of self-actualization. He was especially interested in the characteristics of people whom he considered to have achieved their potential as individuals. By studying 18 people he considered to be self-actualized, including Abraham Lincoln and Albert Einstein, Maslow, 1970, identified 15 characteristics of a self-actualized person. You want to read them?
Yeah. Characteristics of self-actualizers. Number 1, they perceive reality efficiently and can tolerate uncertainty. Number 2, accept themselves and others for what they are. Number 3, spontaneous in thought and action. 4, problem-centered, not self-centered.
Oh,
5,
that one.
Unusual sense of humor. Number 6, able to look at life objectively. Number 7, highly creative. Number 8, resistant to enculturation.
Yeah.
Enculturation.
Resistant to infiltration. What's that mean? What the fuck is that?
That sounds cool.
That's the word of the day is. How do you even spell it? And occultation and.
Is that culture in there?
And yeah. Oops. Asian. Like that.
Enculturation, a noun. The gradual acquisition of the characteristics and norms of a culture or group by a person, another culture, etc.
Huh. Gradual.
Basically open to everybody's culture.
Yeah.
That's cool.
The gradual acquisition of characteristics. Yeah, by a person or other.
So
Resistant to enculturation, but not purposefully unconventional.
So I guess. No.
Oh, I see.
Exists, but don't say it doesn't.
I see. He's saying you are specifically different, not because you resist the culture, not because you want to be different, but because you are uniquely different. You're not like taking all the norms that everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
That's a crazy way to put it, but
yeah, that's very. Yeah.
I've never heard that before, but it's cool.
Yeah.
I'm not encultured. I'm resistant to infiltration.
Man, glad you got it. 9, concern for the welfare of humanity. Number 10, capable of deep appreciation of basic life experience. 11, establish deep, satisfying interpersonal relationships with a few people. 12, peak experiences. 13, need for privacy. 4, democratic attitudes.
14.
Oh. 15, strong moral ethical standards. Those are the 15 characteristics of self-actualizers.
Spontaneous, highly creative, resistant to infiltration. I like that one.
Yeah.
Number 8. Concern for the welfare of humanity. Number 9. Huh. What do you think about these?
Yeah, I think. I mean, if that's what it's called, it's self-actualized, but I feel like I have pretty much all of that.
Spontaneous, problem solver, problem-centered, not self-centered.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, that one is cool. Trying to fix the problem. Maybe that one I would say, like, getting more into trying to fix problems.
Yeah.
But I think that's gonna. I mean, I think it always happens. I just don't ever think about it. I'm just like, okay, there's a problem.
Well, like you said, it's gonna be. You'll eventually get to that point, but to get to that point is gonna take like a lot of work.
Yeah.
To become a self-actualizer. Because he says only 2% of people, but I think it's gonna be more than that. I don't think that's.
Yeah, I don't think. I think everybody has the
potential to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you can't tell somebody they're only gonna reach a certain level. I mean, they can tell themselves that, but you can't tell somebody because everybody always doubts everybody, and then that person proves them wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, everybody can be self-actualized.
It's just, although we are theoretically capable.
Yeah, exactly.
Only a limited degree.
Only most of us don't.
Estimated that only 2%.
Only most of us. So this is what I would say. If anybody's hearing this and here's the 2%. And
don't even focus on that.
Exactly. Like
just
if you feel like, yeah, exactly. Like if you feel like, oh, I can't do it, or oh, I don't have those, or I can never get those. Like, don't listen to what somebody wrote. Like it's very educational and it helps that we're learning about this and we're teaching it.
Yeah.
But don't let that scare you. For like, if you want to live the best life you want, then go live the best life you want. Like don't feel like.
And then he also helps by saying he says what characteristics, and then after that he says what behavior will lead to those characteristics. You want me to read these ones?
Yeah.
Okay. So these are the behavior that will lead to you being self-actualized or reaching the top of the pyramid. Okay. A. Experiencing life like a child with full absorption and concentration. B. Trying new things instead of sticking to safe paths. C. Listening to your own feelings and evaluating experiences instead of the voice of tradition, authority, or the majority. I like that one. Listening to your own feelings and evaluating experiences instead of the voice of tradition, authority, or the majority. That's C. D is avoiding pretense, game playing, and being honest. E is being prepared to be unpopular if your views do not coincide with those of the majority. Yeah, that's if you got an opinion that's your own and it's not popular, and you may have a good point, but being able to stick to that point is what matters. That's what he's saying. That's E, being prepared to be unpopular if your views do not coincide with those of the majority. F is taking responsibility and working hard. And G is trying to identify your defenses and having the courage to give them up. The characteristics of self-actualizers and the behaviors leading to self-actualization are shown in the list above. Although people achieve self-actualization in their own unique way, they tend to share certain characteristics. However, self-actualization is a matter of degree. There are no perfect humans, said Maslow. I like the last three are pretty cool. Like the one you read E, right?
Being prepared to
being
unpopular if your views do not coincide.
And then F is taking responsibility and working hard, and then G is identifying your defenses and having the courage to give them up.
Man, they're sick. Yeah, they're nice.
I like that. And then I was just reading that that everybody achieves self-actualization in their own way.
Yeah.
And that Maslow says that nobody's a perfect, so don't feel kind of shitty if you don't reach it, or you don't reach it fast enough or whatever.
Yeah, don't be hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Like, don't.
It is not necessary to display all 15 characteristics to become self-actualized, and not only self-actualized people will display them. Maslow did not equate self-actualization with perfection. Self-actualization merely involves achieving one's potential. Thus, someone can be silly, wasteful, vain, and impolite and still self-actualize. Less than 2% of the population achieve self-actualization. You don't want to read that one, huh?
No, I'll read it. No, I want to see what that one says. Because somebody criticized this.
Ooh. We're going to go to the criticisms. The comment section of the 1960s. Education applications is the one after that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we'll do it.
We're learning something, too.
Yeah.
We're learning the pros and the cons.
Yeah. Educational applications. Maslow's 1962 hierarchy of needs theory has made major contributions to teaching and classroom management in schools. Rather than reducing behavior to a responsive environment, Maslow adopts a holistic approach to education and learning. Maslow looks at the complete physical, emotional, social, and intellectual qualities of an individual and how they impact on learning.
I like that. I like the fact that he did that. A lot of theories are very one-dimensional, and I feel like this one's a multi-dimensional, and I like that.
Yeah.
It's easy just to put us in one box, but we're not just one thing. So anyway, go for it.
Application of Maslow's hierarchy theory to work of the classroom teachers are obvious. Before a student's cognitive needs can be met, they must first fulfill their basic physiological needs. For example, a tired and hungry student will find it difficult to focus on learning. Students need to feel emotionally and physically safe and accepted within the classroom to progress and reach their full potential. Maslow suggests students must be shown that they are valued and respected in the classroom, and the teacher should create a supportive environment. Students with a low self-esteem will not progress academically at an optimum rate until their self-esteem is strengthened. Maslow, 1971, page 195, argued that a humanistic educational approach would develop people who are stronger, healthier, and would take their own lives into their hands to a greater extent. With increased personal responsibility for one's personal life and with a rational set of values to guide one's choosing, people would begin to actively change the society in which they lived. Yeah.
Critical evaluation. Dun 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 dun. Here we go. The most significant limitations of Maslow theory concerns his methodology. Maslow formulated the characteristics of self-actualized individuals from undertaking a qualitative method called biographical analysis. He looked at the biographies and writings of 18 people he identified as being self-actualized. From these sources, he developed a list of qualities that seemed characteristics of the specific group of people as opposed to humanity in general. From a scientific perspective, there are numerous problems with this particular approach. First, it could be argued that biographical analysis as a method is extremely subjective, that's what I was thinking of, as it is based entirely on the opinion of the researcher. Personal opinion is always prone to bias, which reduces the validity of any data obtained. Therefore, Maslow's operational definition of self-actualization must not be blindly accepted as scientific fact. Furthermore, Maslow's biographical analysis focused on a biased example of self-actualized individuals, prominently limited to highly educated white males such as Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, Albert Einstein, William James, Aldous Huxley, and Beethoven. Although Maslow, 1970, did study self-actualized females such as Eleanor Roosevelt and Mother Teresa, they comprised a small proportion of his sample. This makes it difficult to generalize his theory to females and individuals from lower social classes or different ethnicities, thus questioning the population validity of Maslow's findings. Furthermore, it is extremely difficult to empirically test Maslow's concept of self-actualization in a way that causally relationships can be established. Casual.
You want to read this?
Yeah, go for it.
Another criticism concerns Maslow's assumption that the lower needs must be satisfied before a person can achieve their potential and self-actualize. This is not always the case, and therefore Maslow's hierarchy of needs in some aspects has been falsified. Why? Through examining cultures in which large numbers of people live in poverty, such as India, it is clear that people are still capable of higher order needs, such as love and belongingness. However, this should not occur as according to Maslow. People who have difficulty achieving very basic physiological needs, such as food, shelter, etc., are not capable of meeting higher growth needs. Also, I'm just waiting to talk.
Go ahead. No. Listen, I think it's better if you just comment on the paragraph and then we keep going.
No, because then it's like if I comment, it's just like how can I say? It's like a habit. It's like I want to say something, but then it's like let me keep reading because sometimes I'll say it and then I'll just basically answer what I'm thinking.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
So I want to read it out so I can fully
give your full analysis.
Yeah,
okay,
full analysis,
all right, go for it.
Also, many creative people such as authors and artists, example Rembrandt and Van Gogh, lived in poverty throughout their lifetime. Yet it can be argued that they achieved self-actualization. Psychologists now conceptualize motivation as a pluralistic behavior, whereby needs can operate on many levels simultaneously. A person may be motivated by higher growth needs at the same time as lower level deficiency needs. Contemporary researcher by Tay and Diener, 2011, has tested Maslow's theory by analyzing the data of 60,865 participants from 128 countries representing every major region of the world. The survey was conducted from 2005 to 2010. Damn, that must have been fun.
That must have been a lot of work.
Respondents answered questions about 6 needs that closely resemble those in Maslow's model. Basic need, food, shelter, safety, social needs, love, support, respect, mastery, and anatomy. They also rated their well-being across 3 discrete measures. Life evaluation, a person's view of his or her whole life as a whole. That's cool. Positive feelings, day-to-day instances of joy or pleasure. And negative feelings, everyday experiences of sorrow, anger, or stress. The results of the studies support the view that universal human needs appear to exist regardless of cultural differences. However, the ordering of the needs within the hierarchy was not correct. Although the most basic needs might get the most attention when you don't have them, Diner explains, you don't need to fulfill them in order to get benefits from the others. Even when we are hungry, for instance, we can be happy with our friends. They're like vitamins, Diner says. About how the needs work independently. We all need them.
Interesting. Now, your analysis.
Dun, dun, dun.
Fuego Soul analysis. Dun, dun, dun.
That she said it for me. yeah, because as we were going through it, like I understand basic needs do take a lot of attention, especially when you don't have them.
Yeah,
I get it. But for me, I just feel like you choose to think or feel whatever you want in your life. So like if you want to choose to think about what you like and don't have, even if it's like a means for survival, then I feel like habitually you would become like you would always stay in survival. But then it's like, but then you have moments where like you hang out with, like she said, like you have moments where like you hang out with your friends and they can make you happy and you forget about being hungry or having no money, you know? Or you can see like, you can be like, damn, I live nowhere. And then you see like a little kid with their family walking in and it might make you happy for that moment. You know, it's just at the end, it's just whatever like you focus on mostly is what you will become. Like I don't know, that's what I think. Like if you want to be wealthy, then you gotta feel and think you're wealthy, even if it's not in person. But if you can feel like that, you eventually are gonna, new thoughts come in that like make you become a better person to make money or have money. Or like if you want to be a better son or a better like brother or uncle, then you know you like emulate it and you find people who are what you want to be, and then your mind gets it and you become that. It's like I don't know. I don't know if that's a pyramid, because like you deal with all that every single day. Like there's no levels to it. It's just whatever you want to grow and become better at, you just focus on that always. I don't know, like for me, like when I knew I wasn't like in lack and stuff, you know, at first I was always thinking about it, like what I sucked at, you know, like what I sucked, why I didn't have money, why I couldn't be this person, or why did I do that? Like I thought about that all the time, but then I was like, well, if that's not who I want to be and it makes me sad, then I'm not gonna be that person no more. I'm gonna go be somebody who I know I want to be, and always thought about when I was a kid, you know, like this is what I always wanted to be. So how about I stop doing the things that I didn't want to be, and I go become that person. And in that, I guess, and through his whole pyramid, like I was doing all those, but you know, different steps of different ones. Not like I wasn't like, oh, I gotta get a house for me to be happy. I was like, I want to get a spot because I'm trying to be by myself, you know. But it like, I don't know, it's just things like that. Like I don't know, I couldn't. What he's saying, like a lot of his details, yeah, I agree, because that's with everybody. But to break it down like in steps like that, I
think they're saying the analysis. What they're saying, the 2005-2010 analysis by Diner and what's the other guy's first name? Tay and Diner.
Yeah.
I think they did a great job of like doing like a big analysis. It seemed like Maslow got some of it right. Like you do need, like, for example, you do need to have food in your stomach for survival, and you do need to have like, and you know, things like that. Like he was on the right path, but I think he put it in a pyramid, but and I don't think that. He said though they're in, like they explained that they're independent of one another.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody can be somebody can have low self-esteem, but have their physiological needs met. Like somebody can be rich and be depressed.
Yeah.
So that means, according to Maslow, you wouldn't be able to be
self-actualized, I guess.
Yeah.
Right, because you wouldn't have those in your.
Yeah, he achieved his goals, but deep down inside, that person is like uneasy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. But then would that person not be self-actualized? I don't know. I don't know. I think just self-actualized. I don't know if that's.
I don't know if you can ever achieve it.
I don't think so.
I feel like you achieve it in moments.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Or from what my understanding is, like you achieve. There's moments of self-actualization. Like for us, this is our moment of self-actualization.
Yeah.
This is our moment of doing stuff because we enjoy doing this every week. We enjoy giving the podcast to the people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real. It's fun and we learn. I think something that he said that I did like though was like, I don't know how he worded it exactly, but for me it was like being in the process of achieving your goal. Like.
Yeah, it's
like,
more important than actually achieving it.
Yeah, like it that's like where the most fun is. Like, you know, we forget about it when we're in the process.
Yeah.
And then when you take a step back and notice everything you did, you're like, oh man, that's pretty cool. Like dang, that's dope. And I find more happiness and I find more motivation in that, more than
achieving.
Yeah, than achieving it.
Yeah.
Cause I'll get it, but I mean the things like when I get it too, it's cool too. Cause I'm like hell yeah. But in just that process of getting there, it's the funnest part. It's all dope.
You know, it's funny because it's funny that we're talking all about, because I was listening to, like, you know how we listen to Gary Vee all the time?
Yeah.
He talks about that all the time. He's like, he says, like, enjoy the process. Like, he always talks about he's going to buy the New York Jets or whatever, but he always says that he enjoys more the process than the actual acquisition of it. So I feel like that's kind of the same thing. Like, you need to enjoy what you're doing. You need to enjoy the pursuit of getting the goal rather than getting the goal.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Cause yeah, it's hella fun.
So once you get the goal, then you're starting. Then what happens after that?
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah. Like, okay, what's next?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, one thing that I kind of was realizing about my goals was like, whenever I had a goal, like subconsciously I would just start thinking of everything of like what it would take to get there. Then I'd be like, nah, that's a lot of work. You know? I was like, that's a lot of work. I don't want to do it. Kind of like how you told me, like like a chore. Like then it became like a chore, and I was like, nah, I don't want to do it. So then I was like, okay, what if I just screw it? I'm just gonna get the goal. Whatever happens in it happens. But I'm gonna get the goal.
Yeah.
Then I started doing that, and it helps because it eliminates all those thoughts of like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do that. But then when I got the goal, I was like, oh, that's cool, I got it. But then I was like, oh man, but now I didn't enjoy getting the goal.
Yeah.
So now we're just enjoying it more. Like, I don't know, now I just enjoy it. Now I'm like, okay, we're doing this, or I'm doing this or that. And I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was like, I had to like flip it all around because I was like, I'm doing
it's like
something wrong.
You had to do some mental acrobats before you.
Yeah, it's like, because I was trying to figure out what I was doing wrong. What the hell am I doing wrong? Like, I know I want to do this. Why the hell am I stopping? And I just kept going. I'm like, oh, that's why. You're not having fun.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just over here trying to make it a chore. Like, of course you're not going to do it. Like, of course you're not going to do it. You're not gonna, nobody likes doing chores.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's like,
once you make something a chore, then you subconsciously just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But if you find a way to make chores fun, then you look. It's crazy how a mental shift. Just a very simple.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. Like, I used to hate washing dishes, but now I actually kind of enjoy it. It's weird because it's almost like I put music on and then I'm washing the dishes. Or sometimes if my phone doesn't work, you know, I kind of just, even though I'm getting my hands dirty and everything, I'm washing the dishes, and it's almost how would I describe it? It's almost like a meditative thing because I'm not focused on whatever's in my life. I'm just focused on washing the dishes. I'm just focused on one thing and accomplishing that one small task.
Sick.
And then, having a job well done. But I actually kind of enjoy it. Not like I look forward to it. Not like let's wash some dishes, everybody, for fun. But
let's all get together and watch this.
Yeah. let's have a barbecue and then let's all wash dishes together. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like that, but rather like it no longer feels like, ugh, I gotta do this thing. Oh my god. You know what I'm saying? I actually kind of look forward to it.
Yeah, hell yeah. It is, and it's cool. Like, then it is cool. And I'm like, yeah, this is dope.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I don't know. It's like you saying that, like, I understand. Like, I understand, but, you know, like, you know, someone will be like, hey, I ain't watching no dishes do that. And it's like, we're just there having hella fun. Like, how do you have fun doing this? Like, because it is. Like, honestly, it's cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool to have, your dishes washed, because then you don't come home and see you hella
exactly,
dishes.
Yeah.
You come in like, oh, it's clean. Hell, you see them? Oh, yeah, I did that. Cool. Like, I don't know. Like, for me, it's cool. Like, I like washing dishes, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I like how you say it. Actually, now I want to do it. It sounds more fun. No, seriously. But it's just, like, just being in there, like, knowing I'm cleaning it, taking all the dirt off, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then you see something you did, I don't know, just there's that feeling of a job well done, and there's some gratification. I guess there's some personal gratification I get off of that too.
Yeah, and the growth too.
Like,
and growth. Like, yeah, like I remember when I did it. Now I enjoy it. Like, this I don't know, it's dope. So.
It's how you see things. It's so your perspective on things. It's crazy how two people can see the same thing, and one person can see the positive aspect of it, and the other person can be completely negative.
Yeah.
And they're looking at the same thing.
Yeah. but I guess it's cool though too, cause I don't know. For me, it's cool that it's like that, cause then it's like two different worlds you get to see.
Yeah.
Also too, it's a good conversation. Like,
that's true.
Like, oh, you know, and then plus it's like that's who the person is. Like, oh, you know, kind of like they were saying, and kind of what you were saying too, like the whole like dogma thing. Like, just because I think a certain way, someone doesn't have to think how I think. And vice versa too.
That's
like,
the beauty of having an opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's cool. And then we talk about, all right, let me hear your points, and you hear it, and you hear mine, and it's I don't know, it's just cool.
Yeah.
It's like it's hella cool. So.
It's crazy.
I don't know. I don't know. I see a lot of things so positive for some reason. I love it.
And the crazy thing is you never were like that.
Yeah. Nah. I was hella negative.
Yeah.
I used to. Oh man. I used to be hella negative.
But you flipped that switch and now you're on positive.
Yeah.
You literally rewired the neurons in your brain to have a positive feedback. Like what I mean by I'm using not the biological term by positive feedback,
but I love how you're saying it. Mm-hmm.
But you're actually figured out a way to actually restructure the way you think of things.
Yeah.
To think of it in a optimistic versus a pessimistic.
But I'm constantly doing it. You know, it's every day. It's always different experiences always happen, and it's always a battle or like a test in my mind.
Yeah.
Of how I used to be or how I am now or who I want to be. So it'll be like that. I'll have moments I'm like, why am I thinking like that? And then I'll be like, oh, then I'll bring empathy in, and then it takes all the feelings out, good or bad. It's just gone, and then I see it like in that point of view. I'm like,
it's crazy.
I'm like, oh, okay, I get it.
Like I would. Like 2 months ago, I felt like I wasn't even myself. Like you seen me 2 months ago. I felt like I looked like I defeated. But I was able to rewire my brain to. Now when I go to work, I'm like I enjoy it, but I had like this chip on my shoulder almost because of what the personal stuff was going on in my life, that was affecting me at work. I'm like I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be known as this person. It would affect my entire day, and it was dragging me down. But luckily, I was able to I think just one day I decided, you know what? Fuck that. I'm not going to be this person anymore. I'm going to go in the new year happy. I'm going to try to be more optimistic, more be that person that's, I wouldn't say I'm never all the time happy, but see the positive in things. Even when it's the most negative.
Yeah.
I'm going to be that person to be optimistic.
That's sick. No, that's hella cool.
Because I was going through a lot, and it felt like it was overwhelming, and that kind of was dragging my, not only my my mood, with my self-esteem. Certain things were just it was just a lot happening at the same time, with my ex and like the debt that I was left with, the giant bill that I got left with. It felt like things were just like piling on. I'm like, oh my god. I don't know I didn't know at the time, maybe I didn't know how to react, and I reacted like, oh my god, like, and that kind of like set me off on a bad path. But I caught myself. It's weird because you have this mental battle happening in your head, but I caught myself. I'm like, you know what, fuck that. I'm not gonna be doing this no more.
Damn, that's it. Like when you had that moment, were you like calm? Were you like angry? Like, or were you like chill? Like,
I think something happened, and then I was gonna react in a negative way, and then I stopped myself.
Oh, what?
I was like, I forgot what happened, but something happened, and then I was at the time my habitual thought was to be negative, but then a part of me decided, I know this sounds really weird. A part of me decided, no, I'm not gonna respond that way. I'm gonna stop this negative, and then I'm gonna find a different way to respond, a positive way. And so I thought positive, and through those positive self-talk or whatever you want to call it, I was able to rewire how I saw things. And so my instinct, my habit, through my brain already was wired negatively, but because I stopped it and I was starting to rewire that habit, now I'm back onto the positive train.
Sick.
So I feel like now I can achieve a lot of things. And I had these large goals that seem, if you look at a giant mountain, it seems insurmountable. But then, like, step by step, you start to see that you'll eventually reach the top.
Yeah. Like,
so.
Oh wait, I'm done already?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. or what I would do is I would bring like these large goals and I'll break it down into pieces, and then I'll spread them out like over a span of time, and then I would see that I can actually accomplish something that seemed maybe I couldn't accomplish. Because the number looks large, but if you break it down over time, it can be accomplished.
Yeah, that's funny. That's how I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
Like how you said, it's like, it seems so far. It's like, I can do it. I knew I could do it. Like, I believed myself, but I was like, that's a lot. And I was like, what do I do this? What do I do this? And what if I stay dedicated to that?
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, and now it's like, I already have that much or whatever, Like, what? Like, it's just cool.
Yeah, because then when you break down a large goal, like, it just makes it so easier. Like, I don't know. Like I said, when you have like I said, I talk about my debt a lot because I want people to know that it's okay to, it's okay to be in debt.
I'm
and
in debt too.
It sucks to be in debt, but there's always a solution, and I found mine, and now I'm just working on knocking that beast down, and it's gonna take time. It's gonna take, effort and discipline. I want, as much as I want to go out and travel and go to bars and go to clubs and this and that, I have to say no to a lot of that. I have to say no because as much as I want that easy fix of just going out, having fun, this and that, that's gonna, I know if I go for the easy stuff, it's gonna set me back for the more difficult stuff. And the more difficult stuff I need to accomplish, because if I don't, it's still gonna be there. Like, it's not going away.
Yeah.
If I don't do anything about it, it's not like it just magically disappears. It's not like I can throw it away. I can't just like get rid of it like garbage. I can't just throw it away like it's garbage. It's stuck with me, and I have to slowly just chip at it. And that's kind of what I'm going through right now. So I'm slowly just chipping at it, and I have to say no to a lot of easy pleasure things, and that just shows that I'm dedicated to something, and I'm willing to just go all the way. There's people that have been in more debt. There's people that have worse situations than what's been going with me, and yet they went out, but they also had to make a lot of sacrifices. So you have to make some sacrifices, but there's sacrifices to get you to where you need to go.
Yeah. No, and honestly, like let's say for me, for example, like or anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody who has a goal, like if your goal is like to make, I don't know, to be the best chef, like, do you really miss out on not going out? Like, do you really miss out when you can, like, if you stay home and you watch a lot of YouTube videos and you stay home and you just buy food and you just cook that weekend instead of going out? Like, do you really lose from not going out? Like, maybe a good time, maybe socializing with friends, maybe dancing a little. Yeah, you lose that, but, like, do you really lose when you're actually growing and actually staying on course on what you want to achieve? Like, you
Good
win
point.
more than you lose.
Good point.
So, like, you really don't miss out a lot in going out. Like, that's what I thought at first. I'm like, oh, man, what if my friends hit me up? Crap, I gotta say no. I mean, I don't care about looking like the bad guy. It's just like, hey, like, I'm not gonna do it. Like, if you tell me and I say no, I'm not. But still, it's just the idea. It's just like, oh, man, well, I know they're my homies and, you know, tampoco, like, I don't want to, like, let them down either because I know they want to hang out, but I can't. But then I think about it, I'm like, but what am I really, like, am I really losing? Like, if I stay home and don't spend that money, I'm winning. Like, because at the end, I have that money. Like, oh, crap, I still got that money.
That's true.
Or I don't wake up hungover.
Yeah.
Or I don't fight somebody at a bar or something.
Yeah,
you know?
or something stupid.
It's like, dude, so I think I win a little more. Maybe it's not, like, fun, you know?
It depends, it depends on your perception, right?
Like, for me, it's fun to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. You're totally right. So it's like, if you really have a goal you want to accomplish, like, it is hard work and sacrificing, but you win more than you lose.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I guess it's just finding other outlets to have fun. I have a very specific, narrow definition of fun. I need to expand my horizon.
Yeah.
And I realize that, and there's other ways to have fun that doesn't involve, you know, going. I mean, you could still go out, like, there's, you know,
park,
nature,
downtown.
exactly. You can get some ice cream. You don't have to go out and get beer all the time. But you know what I'm saying, like, I have to try to, like, catch. I mean, I'm pretty good at that now, but maybe before I wasn't. Before, when I was younger, I was just, like, all about having fun. But then I realized having fun comes at a cost, and it comes at a cost of setting your goals back and everything.
Yeah.
So. What then I have to ask myself, what's more important, you know, and what is my definition of fun, and how can I change that definition to be broader? How can I have different types of fun? You know, there's not, maybe my definition of fun is very narrow. Maybe I need to widen my horizon. So I started doing these little things, and maybe people think I don't go out a lot or whatever, but I have to complete, you know, I can still go out, but I have to limit myself. I can't go out like every weekend. I'm in a position where I'm not making that type of money where I can just go out all the time. Now, some people make good money. They make, you know, cool money where everything is good. Like, they got their bills paid, they go to work, they enjoy their life, and they still have hella money to spend. And to them, I say, congratulations, you're good job for you.
Yeah.
But myself and my situation, I know where my limitations are, and I know what I gotta do to get where I want to go. And to give blanket advice to me or to anybody else would be unfortunate. Like, if somebody was making like double what I'm making, and they would be able to still go out, maybe pay the bills, and still have a little bit of fun. I think it really depends on the person.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're hella right. Yeah, for real. Like, exactly what you said. Like, for the ones who are good and settled, hey, you know, have fun. Enjoy your life. Like, enjoy it. Have fun. But I'm over here, you know, and I got my goals, or, you know, I don't have enough to go out or anything either. Like, so I'm just not.
Yeah. And I always say, like, to those who do have a lot, ask to if you know your friend can go out, maybe meet them in the middle. Like, hey, you know, what happened? What if I bring some food over to your house or something like that? Mm-hmm. You know, meet people in the middle. Like, I always feel like you can always figure out ways to do stuff, but You just maybe have to think outside the box.
Yeah, it's not true. Yeah, like if we're homies, then it doesn't matter if we're constantly going out or if we're just at the house watching a football game. Like,
yeah, how would you define friendship?
Like we're homies.
How do you do you only define friends as people you go out with, or how's like, what is you gotta figure out. First of all, how do you define friendship? What type of friends you want to have, and what type of people you want to surround yourself by.
Yeah.
Because anybody can be a friend, but if you choose anybody to be your friend, then you're kind of losing to everybody. Because then that just means you just settle for anyone, you know. And like they say, if you're the smartest person in your group of friends, you need to get a better group of friends. Yeah. What? What's up?
No, it's dead on. Like, damn. It's gonna be a really good year. Like, I don't know,
This year has definitely been a better year than last year so far. And even though I'm talking really early, I can already sense it's gonna be a better year. At least for me. Emotionally, I feel way better. Psychologically, I feel way better. Like, I had to get rid of certain people in my life because they were becoming toxic. And, you know, sometimes you have to make that decision. You know, it's not easy. It's not an easy decision. You know, maybe maybe it's a friend or a family member or somebody who's dragging somebody else down. Like, talking to the audience.
Yeah.
But like, you know, sometimes you have to be that person and be like, you know what? I'm not going to be around these people anymore. These people are dragging me down. They're holding me back. I can't be around these people. I need to be around people who are going to lift me up. You know, you should be on a tide that lifts all ships, not one that's going to try to drag you down to the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, hell yeah. Bro.
And I know you have some experience, you know.
Yeah, definitely. And it's just, it's not, I don't know, like, it's sad that it's like that, but it's also not, because then when you do come around people who, like, really were good to you and really wanted the best for you, it's like, I don't know, you just appreciate them a lot more.
Yeah,
for
definitely.
Real.
Yeah.
For real. You're like, dang. For real. Like, I don't know, sometimes I, like, read memes, stuff that pop up about, like, you know, like, friends and loyalty, and I'm just like, damn, like, you know, hella grateful.
Yeah.
To be honest. I'm like, damn.
Like I posted on my Instagram, Jordan, this professor of like psychology and evolution. He's pretty good. Like he's been on. I watched a lot of the JRE podcast, Joe Rogan Experience podcast. His name is Jordan Peterson, and he posts. He not only talks about like personality, but he also talks about like friendship, and he posted something really interesting about. He says something like, friendship is not just about loyalty. It's about the type of people who they are. Would you bring, if they're the type of people that you wouldn't bring around your family, why would you want to have those type of people in your life? And he talks about that. And he had like a post about it. It's like, you want to be around people who are going to bring you up, who are smiling, who are going to uplift you. Loyalty isn't all loyalty. Loyalty and friendship aren't the only things. There are other aspects of friendship that you need to take into consideration.
Yeah. That's sick.
Yeah. It's really interesting. I think I took a snapshot of it. Maybe I'll post it on our page.
Oh, sick.
On our Instagram, I'll post it.
Yeah.
I took a photo of Jordan Peterson and what he said, because I really liked it. So I think I'm gonna post it on our Instagram.
Yeah, sick.
So follow us on our Instagram, guys. Yeah. There's more stuff on there to come.
Yep. A lot of content.
Hella content. We want to add. Part of the goal of 2020 is that we also want to make it entertaining. So we also want to make Instagram fun for you guys. So we're gonna add more content this year than last year, and just look forward to it. You wanna ask? I gotta use the restroom again. Too much water.
Yeah, we're gonna add more TikToks, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. If you guys have anything in mind, or I don't know, want us to try something, I mean, we're open to it. To an extent, it depends. But it'd be really dope. To have you guys join us and be part of the, the culture that we have here going. Not per se to follow, but just, just to always be part of a community, just having fun, cracking jokes. If we have to things you don't like that we do, even the critiques, it's all fine. It doesn't matter. We just figure it out. But honestly, we're very grateful. I'm very grateful for my hermano, Senor Smiley. He's dope. And this podcast is crazy. It's hella fun. It really is. So, just goals that are gonna happen 2020. Year of the Broskis.
Hey!
Then yeah, it's gonna be a really good year. I just know it. It's crazy.
It's crazy how far we came too.
Yeah.
We're already on podcast 4.
Yeah.
2020.
Year of the Broskis.
Alright, should we end here?
Yeah.
Alright. Thank you for everybody listening. We appreciate your support. Always. Comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you want to add. Comment what kind of topics we should talk about, and we'll gladly incorporate it.
Anybody wants to join, anybody wants to leave a voice message, anybody wants to call us while we're making a podcast, I don't know, we could figure out ways for guests who want to come on and, again, just express their feelings, their thoughts, who want to have fun, who got jokes to crack. Anybody out there who is an artist or is in pursuit of a goal and wants to come and, hey, just talk about what they're up to and what their plans are, we're here as well. So, Fuego Soul over here, signing off.
Senor Smiley. Thank you guys. With much love.
Bye.